This might be a little bit loud. I apologize.
Because Nick told me to.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Clucking the chowds.
Clucking the chowds, you guys. Mother trucking clucking some chowds tonight. All right. Pow. There it is. Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome and hello. Today is Mother Truckin' Vlog Day, which means it's Mother Truckin' Thursday. And I did that backwards, and you know I did it backwards, but I'm not going to acknowledge it. But here we go, you guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Thursday. It's the vlog day. I look forward to this every week. I appreciate you guys being here in the chat. I see Gunny's here, Jay Blaze is here. I saw Kent's here, Ray's here, Phrasing is here, the 60-watt guy, good old Chud, good old Addy Tooney, Steve Vape, Sock Puppet Theater. You know, I haven't seen Microwave Oven yet, but Terry's here, Juan's here, Andy Social. This is live, baby. We are live, literally, right in this moment. We're here for at least the next, I'm going to say like 2.5 to 3 hours. It seems to be like 3 hours is like the general length of the vlog now, and that's fine. I'm just coming to terms with it, you know? I have to plan a lot more because we go a lot longer. Anyway, happy to see you here. Happy to see you here, Bella. Happy to see you here, Vicky. James Larson is here. It's the Tribal Buddha's here too. The Philip Cast. Appreciate you guys being here. Listen, I got a full-on action-packed vlog for you guys planned out tonight. Timestamps, courtesy of, I believe, the Breeze Tones, Adam Breeze Tones is here doing timestamps tonight. I have to give a very tremendous special shout out to Adam Breeze Tones over there in Straya in the Upside Down doing those timestamps. They're going to be the first pinned comment right underneath this video for anybody in the hashtag replay crew, which is if that's you, let me know in those comments down below. I love hearing from the replay crew. I love interacting with the replay crew. Like I said last week, I see the live people all the time. You know, this isn't the first time I've hung out with Fishy and Gunny and Janine and Vicky all like the same time. MechMod Mike, Jeremy V's here. We hang out all the time. Replay crew people, I don't get to hang out with you. And so I would like to hang out with you. So please make yourself known down in those comments below. Timestamps, boosh. Let's see, what do we got coming up tonight? Definitely a beer. We're definitely going to talk about what I've been vaping. There's definitely some Assignment Americas, a.k.a. Assignment Planet Globe. Of course, there's going to be news because, holy crap, the news cycle, you guys, is out of control. American Heart Association is going full-on media blitz right now, just sowing doubt. You know, that's it. They're just sowing doubt about switching from smoking to vaping. It's out of hand. I mean, it's literally out of hand, you know? I always talk about the analogy of the train has left the station and I'm just trying to hang on to the side. The train is picking up speed and it's going Mach loony and I'm still just trying to hang on to the side. But we got some stuff to talk about. I have a busting retro vape tonight that I think is going to cause anger and rage sweats. Just loads of rage sweats. I was fiddling around with it earlier. I took the old coils out and I thought, oh my God, this is going to make me insane. I think it's going to make me actually insane to build this, but we'll get there when we get there. Retro vaping. Of course, I got a little bit of mail. I got a few packages of mail that we can open up from Jada. Yo, Frank. Yo, Kevin Frey. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Redneck Gamer? Appreciate you being here. Where did I leave off? You interrupted me, Redneck Gamer. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we got some mail. We're going to do a very random liquid tasting. Of course, if we have time, we'll get to know GrimmGreen, but chances are we generally don't have time for that. The first act needs to be hydration, though. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I need a little bit more. I've been feeling underhydrated lately. It's not an okay place to be. It's not an okay way to feel. If you ever feel underhydrated, you know it. You know it. You feel like, what's wrong? I feel weird. I feel off. Chances are you need water. The EVIC is super retro. I think we've done the EVIC on here before. I think we've done the first gen Joule. I'm gonna rebuild a first gen Juul tonight on the stream. We're gonna get in there with like a microscope and little tweezers, and we're just gonna, just wrap a tiny little coil around some silica wick, rebuild the tiny little Juul pod. True facts. It's happening tonight. Of course, I'm joking. That's not true facts. I was lying, you see. See how easy it is? See how easy it is for everybody to just get on the internet and just make stuff up? Oh, no, there's no evidence that vaping is less harmful for you than smoking, according to the American Heart Association. We need more evidence. There's not enough evidence yet. Anyway, let's bang on with this. Let's get through this. I think I've said my piece at the beginning. Oh, let me explain the thumbnail real quick. Let me explain the thumbnail real quick. This is great. Well, Kent's here. We can use Kent in our very first segment, but this was the thumbnail tonight. It's great. It's a great thumbnail. It's a great Kent generated AI image. Kent got into AI and it's going exactly as you expect it would. It's Kent, so he's intense and he's really into it. It's his like creative mind. It's his desire to know and like learn everything about something. When Kent started working out, he didn't just start working out. Not like me. I just go out in the yard and I lift weights until my arms hurt, and then I do push-ups till my arms hurt, and then I plank until my stomach hurts, and I go, okay, that's probably good. Kent, no. Kent has a meticulous workout regimen with macros and carbs and things, and he eats. He's like, I eat 2 giant turkeys every single day, just raw. I just eat 2 giant raw turkeys every single day. And then I do 1,000 push-ups. He gets into it. He dials it in. He's really meticulous about things. So the stuff that he's creating from Midjourney is it's insane. It's insane. So this was the I don't know what the prompt was for this. Maybe Kent can help us out with the prompt. But I was getting stuff like this from Kent for a while. It goes through different phases. I don't know. It was me with glasses in like an old-timey diner. I'm wearing some sort of blue smock. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Not sure what's going on in my head. Don't know where this came from. Out of Kent's brain, Out of Kent's brain. There it is. Straight out of Kent's brain. And then the most recent set I got. So it seems like Kent picks a visual theme and then just really leans into it. For a while it was everybody with VR glasses. That's why the VR glasses, there's things on my head and there's like people wearing VR glasses, around and things like this. And so I don't know what the newest theme is, but this is the latest batch that Kent has sent me. And what Kent does is he takes the squad pictures. So it's like me, Turk, Omeboy, Beecher, and Eric, and himself, and then edits all of us into a certain style of picture. This is the newest batch that I just got, and that's what inspired the thumbnails, because I got this. It's just Kent. I don't know what he's doing. He's made of felt or something, and he's holding like a weird, mangled, sort of homemade craft puppet that like some sort. I need to know the prompt that created this. Lee. Just looking at some Kent art, So that came in. We got this one as well. I think this is me. I'm not sure. I think that's me standing next to my puppet creation that I made. I believe that's me. I believe this one is Omeboy. That's definitely Dwayne. You can tell because of the shoulder muscles. Even in AI, Dwayne has gigantic shoulder muscles. So this is Dwayne, I guess, praying near his weird, creepy-ass puppet guy that that he made. Old-ass puppets. Okay, there it is officially. Old-ass puppets. Old-ass puppets. I think this one is Beecher. Beecher's always turns out the best. Beecher always... And he's got like yellow felty paint on his face and a dirty t-shirt, and then that's his puppet. He's holding up his hand, but if you look, his other arm is down, and so that puppet is what, like attached to his shoulder? I don't really know. Who knows? It's Midjourney. And then finally we get Eric with the leather prosthetic arm. Eric made 2 old ass puppets, 2 dirty ass old puppets, and then got some face tattoos along the way. So all of those arrived, and then I saw this one and I said, Ken, I'm using this for the thumbnail. I'm going to use this for the thumbnail on the vlog because it's so fucking weird. It's just weird. I like seeing what comes out of Kent's brain. Let's go back to Beecher. Where was Beecher's? His was hilarious. No, that's Dwayne. Okay, where did Beecher go? Yeah, Beecher's is ridiculous. Kent's is really good, though, too. Kent's looks really good, too. I like the eyeballs on Kent is definitely weird. It does kind of look like Sifu mustache a little bit, didn't it? This guy. It has strong Sifu mustache vibes. Strong Sifu mustache vibes. So that's the story of the thumbnail, where it came from. It came from Kent's brain, and I just saw it and couldn't not use it. Had to use it. Old ass puppets. Welcome to the old ass puppets stream. I'm glad you're here, Kent. I'm glad I saw you, and I'm glad we got to do that. Now, what I'm going to do, firstly, the first official act of the vlog live stream. Well, we're going to need a beer. Okay, so we do have a beer tonight. In fact, there we go. In fact, I think the beer we have, hang on. I didn't Google this. It comes from McLeod Brewing. Oh, it's local. This is a Valley beer. This is literally from the San Fernando Valley, except I don't know what it is. Fulton Fog. Okay, it's called Fulton Fog. It comes from McLeod Brewing Company. Fulton Fog. Let's see if I can get a review for this somewhere. Fulton Fog. It says around the can here, Fulton Fog, hazy IPA, 7% ABV, notes of guava, passion fruit, citrus, and aromas of strawberry and pine. How does that sounds amazing. That sounds freaking delicious. A big old 7%er. Yeah, this is brewed in Van Nuys. Like, this is local beer. Like, super local beer. Beecher bought this when he was here, staying with me for a few days, and then he left 2 cans. So guess who's drinking those cans of beer? It's me. Yeah, it's me. It's going to be me. It's going to be me. So we're going to pour this. I wish I hadn't done that. We're going to pour this into Mana. You know Mana. Come on. You don't know Mana? You should know Mana. Look at that. Hazy IPA. Pouring hazy. Just hazy creaminess. I can see the haze in the stream coming from the can. You could see the haze. You see that haze? You're not seeing through that haze. That's a hazy IPA. Hang on. What does this say? Notes of guava, passion fruit, citrus, and aromas of strawberry and pine. Strawberry, pine, guava, passion fruit, citrus. Good Lord. Happy vlog day, you guys. Cheers. Hope you got something tasty next to you. Yeah, that's delightful. Wow, what a good beer. It's very, very citrusy, like on the drink down. I get that like citrus zest. You know, you peel an orange and you take the orange peel and you like twist it and it ejects, it jettisons out like citrus mist. That's what it feels like is in my mouth, like that really citrusy citrus mist of like an orange or something like that. Passion fruit, guava, sure. There's some like tropical notes to this, but they're not very pronounced. It's freaking delightful. Super hazy, super juicy. It's not, surprisingly, it's not getting me in my jowls. IPAs and the such as, IPAs and sours and the such as usually jowl me real hard in the jowls, and it just like gleeks saliva all over my mouth. Such is not the case. That's not happening right now. Drinking a hard monster? Shit, yeah, hard monster. I'm off caffeine. I've been off caffeine for a few years, but you enjoy the shit out of that Monster. If I was still drinking caffeine, I would be so all over hard Monsters or hard Mountain Dews. Get out of here. That's probably delicious. Drinking some water with some fresh lemon barber. That's perfect. Perfect. That's really very tasty and citrusy and nice. Maybe Lunar Sweet Mango will pair with it. Maybe that's it. It's Lunar Sweet Mango or nothing, I think. Amatorium, but that's not gonna do much. I don't think that's gonna be very good. Let's try it first. Let's do the worst pairing first. Let's pair this hazy citrusy IPA with a raspberry. Because why not? You never know. Cheers. That's actually not bad. That's actually not a bad little pairing. The raspberry flavors complement each other really well. I mean, the beer and the raspberry, they complement each other honestly pretty well. Maybe it's enhancing that strawberry flavor, but really I wanted to try it with the old Lunar Sweet Mango. Yep. That's the pairing. That's good. I'm going to do it again. I like it so much, I'm going to do it again. Good. That's a good ass pairing. Bavarian beer? Bavarian beer sounds freaking delicious. I don't know if I've ever had like a proper Bavarian beer before. Kent's on a Four Loko. That's good. It's good. Bavarian beers. I like to think I've had beers from all over the world, but I don't know. Like, I can't think right now if I've ever actually had like a Bavarian beer. Sound delicious. Listen, Swamp Thing, I hope you got something good next to you. Drink it up. That is a really, really tasty beer, Beecher. Maybe I'm still getting like essence of mango from it, but this is damn hell ass tasty. Damn hell ass tasty. All right, well, listen, we got half of a 7% beer sort of coursing through our veins right now. This is off to a really very good start. One thing that I'm going to do literally right now. Hey man, I'm going to check in on some of these super chats. Oh, you guys are too much super chats. You guys are too kind. Slater, this came in before the stream even started. Slater, this came in before the stream even started. Slater says, New Zealand, mind you, I got a knock on my door. When I answered it, it was my dog on stilts dressed like an inquisitor, which, A, that's crazy, and 2, that's a really hard cosplay to do. Like, your dog is clearly a really talented cosplayer. Inquisitor costume is difficult. It's a complicated costume. He swung his lightsaber at my head and said, "Give Nick money, or you will be forced to be taken as a Jedi." It's a good thing you gave me money, Slater. It's a good thing you gave me money. I would like to see you and your dog dressed as Inquisitors. That would be something, wouldn't it? Trapped Musings. That's very gracious of you. Interesting take on Australian law. Apparently, a teacher who vapes is breaching child protection legislation. So jobless because I'm honest, but I was a lawyer in a previous life. Second school in 6 months and never had this issue before. A teacher who vapes is breaching child protection legislation? For realsies? Are you saying you lost your teaching job simply because you vape? Whoa, Trapped Musing, whoa. If you could send me like a not crazy long, but a little bit more detail about that, I'd be really interested to know. I don't know if that's something worth reporting on, but damn it. A teacher who wanted to quit smoking gets fired. That's what the headline should be. A teacher who quit smoking gets fired. That's fucking ridiculous. Holy cow. Whoa, Trapped Musing. Whoa, the great Seamus. That's very gracious of you, sir. Power's been flickering all day, so I'm hoping to hang for the whole vlog, but I may end up hashtag replay crew AA. I lead the zombie army. Yes, you do. Hey, I lead the zombie army. Wait, is that a Guar lyric? That sounds like it could be a Guar lyric. I feel like people are trying to trip me up with Guar lyrics now, 24/7. Hey, Georgia boy. Hey, Grim. It's truck and vlog day. Hell yeah, bro. Hey, love you, bro. Little Street Beer Money. Georgia boy, thank you so much. That's so gracious of you. That was going directly to Beer Money. 100%. Hope you're doing good, Georgia boy. Hope you're feeling good. Matt Thornton. First time hanging out live. Yo-yo to you, Grim, and the live crew. No replay crew for this little Aussie fella. Hell yeah, Matt Thornton. Happy to see you here. Happy to see more people from Australia here, despite your terrible legislation and prescription model and just all around unpleasantness. You know, you guys have to deal with that guy. What's that guy? Simon Chapman. Oh. Let's talk about dense. Simon Chapman's a dense mother trucker, isn't he? Anyway, Matt Thornton, appreciate you being here. We got one from Rocco Mac. The great Seamus, unplug your console. The power will instantly stabilize. Hashtag PC Master Race. Hashtag you had to be there. Yeah, there's been a debate going for the last, I don't know, day. What is it? One day? Yesterday? PC versus consoles. And, it's getting pretty heated. Clearly, they're airing their dirty laundry in public. It's crazy. All in good fun, you guys. All in good fun. Patrick Conquest and his pants. Love you, bro. Loving the apartment. Been working all day on rough drafts for that comic I told you about, the lizard people banning music. Pretty rad. I love this for you, Patrick Conquest. I love that you got a new apartment. I love that you're working on this comic book, the lizard people banning music. Do it. Do it, Patrick Conquest. Live your best life. I love that. And then we got one from Tribal Buddha. Oh, we got the super chat of the beast, as always. Appreciate you. Drip chips and a retro vape on the way for next week. Hey, bro, love you. Hey, Tribal Buddha, love you, man. And thank you. I love getting drip tips from Tribal Buddha. I love getting wonky, random-ass retro vapes. I can't wait, Tribal Buddha. Can't wait. Stoked. Hella stoked. Hella stoked 9,000. Hella stoked 9,000. Appreciate you, Tribal Buddha. How's everybody else doing tonight? Good? Everybody's good? Addy, you good? Sergio, you good? Sick boy? No, sick boy? Dane B? I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen you, or maybe you've been around and I just, I don't read the chat. That's what everybody tells me. Nick, you need to read the chat. Nick, you need to read the chat. Try to keep up, I try to keep up. So appreciate you guys. There's never any obligation for super chats, but it's always really very, very appreciated. So explain the thumbnail. Yeah. Let's real quickly just talk about some things that I've been vaping. And in order to do that, we're going to leave. We're going to leave the safety of my office. We're going to head out into the mystery that is the rest of my house. Anyway, that was a long way to say, here's what I've been vaping. Oh, okay. I will locate the file then. And how about it's this one? Okay.
What I've been vaping.
Well, it's Groundhog's Day again. And that means it's time to settle out here on the couch for maybe the next 5 minutes and talk about the things that I've really been vaping. I think I say this every week, but every Monday, every vape stuff ends up back in my office. Then throughout the course of the week, things make it out of the office, out here to the couch, to the side table, my spot in front of the TV, where we really vape stuff, Cloud Chaser Pod, Cloud Chaser Pod, Cloud Chaser Pod. Perfect. So, Cloud Chaser. Yeah, it's the My Vapes Clutch X18 with the, why can I never remember the name of this RTA? Osiris, the Osiris Mini RTA. Poor Kids of Discord is in here. This is just one of the things, like all of the things out here today, I kind of just can't keep out of my hand. I've really been on an RTA kick lately. Not sure what spawned that. It's a thing that happens from time to time. Really loving the Osiris right now. Full review coming very, very soon. It's the Nevox Feeling A1. I think with the older style pod design, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to look into the history of the Nevox pods, but I got a different pod recently that's compatible with this, that is a crack to fill, that I don't enjoy nearly as much as I enjoy the bottom fill Nevox Feeling A1 pods. Anyway, you know, it's guava jelly. This is from the Tuesday Vape Fiddle on Twitch. Easily one of my favorite setups, I don't know, of the year so far. It's the original Blaze dual coil RTA on top of a Unicorn Vapes Vert V1 Mech Mod 21700. I don't know what it is, but there's something that I deeply enjoy about an RTA on a Mech Mod. It's just boosh enjoyable. Tribal Buddha whipped up the Matt Sinister Memorial Sinister Cooler. Delicious. Delicious. This guy, you know, the little Caliburn guy, I can't remember the name of it right now. I should have a review for this up or maybe as early as tomorrow, probably Saturday though. I'm a little bit biased towards the Caliburn A3 and A3S pods. This is A3 compatible. I don't necessarily love this battery or love this form factor, but I do love these pods. The Falcon Legend, I can't remember the name of this. It's the Horizon Tech. It's the new Horizon Tech Falcon. It's a sub-tank, so it's coil head based, so I'm in the process of using this for an exorbitantly long amount of time before I report back on it, but so far, it's been fine. It's been okay. The coil heads are nice. The airflow is loud and not my favorite thing. I got it sitting right now on a dual parallel 21700, completely 3D printed little Twisted Timmy's banger here. It's just a block of a brick. It's almost the exact same size as my now dead and defunct Guar mod. Rest in peace. There's just no way around it. That airflow is screamingly loud. Last pod that's out here. Oh man. It's the Vaperesso Cause PCC refilling little pod system right here. There's already reviews for this out on YouTube, which boggles my mind. I don't know how anybody spent enough time with it to have a review yet, but that's just me being me. I plan on spending some more time with this. It started off so great, like the most revolutionary product from a, you know, as a pod that I had seen in a really long time. Jury is still very out on the Vaperesso Cause. This little guy though, vape's rad, real rich, real crispy, real flavorful, but this whole system, jury's out. Like I said, the jury's out. And that's kind of it. That's what I've actually been spending my time vaping on. If I had to choose one thing from the side table that's been like in my hand, my go-to thing, it's the Unicorn with the Blaze RTA. These are two, I mean, for all intents and purposes, old products. The Blaze is only about 1 year old. I think the Vert V1's maybe 2 years, maybe 2.5 years older than that. But you get them together, it's just a match made in paradise. Anyway, I know that I have a whole shit ton of desk warriors on the desk, but I'm going to let Desk Guy tell you about those.
Oh, sup? It's Desk Guy here, taking over for Living Room Guy. We have the same hat and t-shirt. That's fine. It's no big deal. I'm wearing a flannel. That's how you know we're different. It's like Clark Kent wearing glasses. GrimmGreen's wearing a flannel. Suddenly, Desk Guy. Okay, so here's what I have on my desk. As far as mouth-to-lung bangers go, it's been these two guys. It's been that damn KB2 from Mission 15, the KB2 in dot format, mouth to lung. I've been surprised how long this little tiny little, like, it's got to be 2 mils, 2.5 mil juice capacity. Rocking. It's been rocking. 1 millimeter airflow. Rocking. A fuck dot mod. Damn hell ass good. The LVE, you know, it's the Orion 2. This is a new coil, about a week old coil. I just recently refilled this, swapped out the panels to a little bit more of a red wood color. Love it. Come on, mouth to lung. Incroyable, as they say. Now, I have other cloud chasey things on my desk. This has been getting a literal shit ton of use. The dual 18650 Ethos with a PNP coil in their big triangular tank. Dual 18650s, big capacity, a coil I love, a liquid I love, a drip tip I love. You know, what's not to love about this? The answer is nothing. It's so quiet and flavorful compared to that Falcon. This is practically silent. Practically silent compared to that Falcon. DO1. It still has that bridge in it. You know, the one I just did a review for, the Jozu bridge in there. Still restricted lung. Still oat drips mung bean. Yeah, that's rocking. And then, you know, I have my reliable Empire with the clear door that we're never going to sell. I got my reliable black Empire with a Squirida. I've been actively trying to stress this chip out. I keep hearing a lot of feedback about the chip when someone puts in a battery that doesn't give them the wattage that they need from their battery. I'm convinced it's the battery and not the chip. More so now because, here, look. Can I give you proof? Battery's about halfway full right now. Halfway drained battery. I have it 87 watts, 0.15. When I press the button, drops it, 10 watts maybe. That's showing my battery sag. Showing my battery sag right there. But literally 8 seconds ago, it was not dropping the battery literally at all. I don't even notice a drop. It does actively show me my battery sag in the wattage. If I'm needing this much wattage and my battery goes, I can't give you that much wattage, then the chip goes, okay, hey, the battery can't give you this much wattage. It's still something that's actively I want people to be satisfied. I don't want people to be upset with the chip. So obviously we're going to come to some sort of like conclusion resolution on this, but I'm kind of doing my own science right now. Lunar Sweet Mango's in there. I could vape that for literally the rest of my life. That's kind of it. You saw the Odin. That's really it. I got a lot of stuff on my desk that I really need to clean up. My desk has become no man's land and man's land, if that makes sense. So I have stuff I'm vaping and stuff that needs to be cleaned, all kind of occupying the same area, and it's annoying. But that's it. That's more or less what I've been vaping. What's up, Will Colburn? Now, I want to know what yous guys have been vaping. Whoops. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's dumb. That's right. It's Assignment America time, a.k.a. Assignment Planet Globe time. This is where I get to see what you guys are vaping. This is one of my favorite parts of the whole stream. I just like seeing bangers, you know? I like seeing your bangers. We got, hang on, let me get to the correct folder here. I got a folder here. Assignment America folder, and then, we got to get Richard's email out here. Richard K. This is Richard K right here. Boosh, Richard K's lineup. He says, hey, Nick, hope you're doing well. Here's my recent daily bangers. Some new, some old. Thanks for what you do. Keep it up. Yeah, absolutely keep it up. That's a legend with a Vaporgate RDA of some sort on top. Mason, probably, on top. Old school tugboat. That looks like a tugboat V3. Please correct me, Richard K, if I'm wrong. Almost just threw up in my mouth a little bit. If I'm wrong, but I believe that's a tugboat V3 on top of the Lost Vape. A Pulse with a something. I don't know what that RDA is. I can't ID that. It's been driving me nuts. It looks familiar, But it also looks completely like I may have never seen this RDA before. If anybody knows, throw it in the chat, because I have no idea what that weird roundy drip tip is, or that weird roundy RDA with the drip tip on it is. He didn't specify. There's another Geek Vape. Is that a Geek Vape there? Or is that a Lost Vape? You know, they all started copying each other, so it's kind of hard. The tank on top, no idea. I believe that's a tobacco tank. He seems to be a tobacco fan. I think that's a tobacco tank. It looks like something that I haven't seen since like 2013. And then that last RTA on the end, again, I have no idea. All these RTAs just look the same. That's a Geek Vape RDA. Steve Vape says that's a Geek Vape RDA. Everybody, okay, that's the Geek Vape. That's a Geek Vape RDA. It's the Geek Vape Zeus. The Geek Vape Z. Richard says it's the Geek Vape Z RDA. The Geek Vape Z. It looks like a Zeus. I don't think it's the Zeus. It looks like the Geek Vape Z. It does look Geek Vapey. Now that I think about it, that does look Geek Vapey. Geek Vape Z RDA? Okay. Well, that's Richard, so, you know. Is this the same Richard? Richard, yeah, that's Richard. That's Richard. It's a Geek Vape Z. Okay, that's correct. Richard is correct. It is his Geek Vape Z. He would know. You know, he would know what he has there. Appreciate you, Richard. We got another one here from Jeffro. Jeffro's crazy collection. Hang on, we got another picture from Jeffro, but I'll read this. He says, "Hey, Nick, I'm Jeffro. From California, been vaping over 4 years. I also got into DIY. I make all my own liquids. Here's a photo of my vape closet. Also a close-up of my mods from left to right. Kanger Box K-Box. The Kanger K-Box 40 with the Limo 2. That is peak 2015. Peak 2015. A K-Box 60 with an Inokin Slide. The Asmodus Lustro with a QP Juggernaut on it. The Vaporesso Revenger X with the NRG tank. The Inokin Chroma Z. A Vaporesso PM80 and PM40. I watch all your vlogs and many reviews. Hashtag replay crew. Peace out, vape on." Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, Jeffro. That's a solid lineup. I always liked that Vaporesso. Who's this? Who's this person? Who's this person, Jamie? Do I know a Jamie? I feel like maybe I know a Jamie. Is this Jamie? There's the whole collection right there, Jamie, a.k.a. J Blaze Coils. You may or may not have to zoom, he says, but I just wanted to share a few of my nicer setups with you and the Grim Army. E.T. representing. Hey, Nick, love you. Hey, Jamie, J Blaze, love you, bro. Fuck yeah. That's good stuff. But not only that, there's close-ups. Bum-ba-da-ba. I don't know what, like from left to right. That's definitely a Purge. That's definitely a Rig. That's definitely a Death Wish. That's definitely a Kennedy. That's definitely a something with a side fire and a goon on top. I don't know. That's definitely a Dreamer with a Turk. That's definitely a Unicorn with a recoil. That's definitely a Unicorn with a Unicorn. Right? Unicorn with a Unicorn. But wait. There's a Drip Deck TS with a blue something on top. What's the skull? I don't know. I literally don't know. There's been so many skulls on so many vape products. It's like, how do you keep track of the skulls? Appreciate you, Richard. And it's a Rage Squonk with the dead rabbit on top, and then a My Vapes. Nope, that's an SQ. That's a top side. That's a Vapor Chronicles top side with a dead something on top. If it's not a dead something on top, the coils, I mean the airflow looks literally exactly the same. And then lastly, would you look at that right next to Buddy Christ? It's the purple combo. The Empire Asgard combo with BB-8 looking on. looking on. I love it. Thank you guys for sharing your bangers with me. If you want to see a picture that you took of your vape gear featured on this vlog, you can do it. Send it over to me. I accept everybody's pictures. Nick@GrimmGreen.com. Just mark your subject, assignment, planet, globe. Chances are I'll see the attachment. It'll get filed and used accordingly, but send them over. I want to see your bangers. Nightmare. Was that a nightmare, Rocco? You telling me that's a nightmare RDA up there? The blue nightmare? The blue nightmare. The middle's a drop dead. Okay, yeah, the middle's a drop dead. Good call, Georgia boy. I don't know what is on top of the top side. That's got to be another dead thing, right? Dead goat, dead rabbit goats. Dead rabbit goats. Sure, all over the place. Anyway, send them on over to me. Nick@GrimmGreen.com. Just mark your subject. Assignment Planet Globe. Like I said, chances are I'll see the attachment. It'll get filed and used accordingly, and I want to see them. I don't care what you're vaping. I don't care. If you send me a picture of a Juul V1 and you say, this is my daily banger, this is what daily keeps me off of cigarettes, I'll go, fuck yeah, I'll include that shit. No kidding. Juul V1. I don't care how you vape. I don't care how you vape as long as we're not smoking cigarettes. That's literally what this comes down to. Literally what this comes down to. So, yeah, look at that. We got through Assignment America. I'm going to, what time is it? Dude, we're going too fast. We're going too fast. We're basically done with the vlog. We're going too fast. I'm going to go check in on the super chats. Going too fast. How do we get, it's been not even 45 minutes yet. We already drank a beer. We already did What I've Been Vaping. We already did Assignment America. That's crazy. Do I just yammer on usually more? I feel like we're farther in. I feel like we're like at least an hour in by now. Harm reduction is harm reduction is harm reduction is harm reduction. Abso-fucking-lutely, Dark and Duchess. Harm reduction is harm reduction is harm reduction is harm reduction. As long as we're not smoking cigarettes, that's a win. That's harm reduction. 100%. 200%. I'd say more percent, but that would just seem ridiculous, you know? I'm kind of speed running the vlog right now. That leaves us with some super chats. That's great. I like this part. Tribal Buddha. That's right. Gunny. Hear me out. Integrated, just try it drip tips for Boro devices. You'll make money. You'll make stacks on stacks. That's a really good idea, Gunny. That's a really damn hell-ass good idea. Integrated, just try it drip tips for Boro devices. That's a good idea. It's a damn good idea. I'm going to write that down. Hang on. JTI tips Boro. Integrated. Which I did not spell correctly. That's a damn hell-ass good idea, Gunny. If we ever do it, I'll send you one for free. I'll send you a lifetime supply of integrated just try it drip tips for the Boro. Tribal Buddha. How many chowds could a chowd clucker cluck if a chowd clucker could cluck chowds? How many chowds could a cloud... Whoa, that's difficult, Tribal Buddha. How many chowds could a chowd clucker cluck if a chowd clucker could cluck chowds? Damn. How did we invent a new tongue twister just based off of Beecher probably reading the chat incorrectly? How many chowds could a chowd clucker cluck if a chowd clucker could cluck chowds? 6. I think the answer is 6, but I'm going to need to defer to people smarter than me for that. Slater, that's very gracious of you. What is this? How many chowds could a chowd clucker cluck if a chowd clucker could cluck chowds? Listen, it's easy to type, Slater, with the super chat of the beast. It's more difficult to say. Barbara Burgess, Will's mom thought Jerry Brown was the governor of California. Jerry Brown hasn't been the governor of California for like a decade, right? I'm just going to fact check myself. When did Jerry Brown? Oh, okay. Never mind. He was governor in 2019. He served as the California governor from 2011. Why doesn't Wikipedia have a dark mode? All they have is sun mode. January 3rd, 2011 to January 7th, 2019. So, look, she's not that far off. 2019, that's only a few years ago, you know? Difficulter? Difficulter? It is difficulter. It's difficulter to say difficulter than it is to say difficult. All right. Kennedy. Oh, Kennedy, how are you? Just got Coil Turds V2 RDA. I don't care what anyone thinks. I love his products. Thanks. It's because of your show, Mr. GG, that I'm able to get much info. Oh, thank you very much. It's my pleasure. I try to provide the infos. People have questions. I try to have answers. The V2 RDA for vaping slaps. Like, Kennedy, literally no one in this chat, I don't believe anyone in this chat would disagree with you when we say we like Coil Turd and we like his RDA for vaping and his RDA for vaping V2. I don't care for the V1 very much, but the V2 slaps. I think that's the best RDA of the year when it came out. Best RDA of 2022 was the V2 RDA, 100%. Rocco Mac. Oh, popcorn came in today. Easy peasy, caramel cheesy. This should not be this good. I pity the fool that tries to take this bag from me. How good is that easy peasy, caramel cheesy, dude? I always get my popcorn last. We all order our popcorn on the same night when the fundraiser happens. Like, we all order at the same time. Everybody's enjoying their popcorn first. That's fine. I don't mind waiting for things that I'm excited about. But I sure would like my easy peasy caramel cheesy, man. Rocco Mac, it slaps. You're right. It slaps. Fishy, I think we need to have Kent do a series of more seatbelt AI picks. What do you say? Kent, yes. Kent, are you here? Are you listening? More seatbelt. I want AI art of me driving a car with a seatbelt that's just way too long. And then I'm going to Photoshop the word safety over it, you know? Safety. More seatbelt means you're more safe. Everybody knows that. More seatbelt means more safety. Jangles, that's very gracious of you. Just wanted to stop by and say, yo, y'all. Hope you're doing well, and I'll be catching the replay. Much love, and I'm sure things are bussin'. I don't know what that means, but things are definitely busting, Jangles. Hashtag busting, hashtag replay crew. Jangles, I appreciate you, pimp. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're kicking ass. Hope you're bussin'. That's right. I said it once the correct way. Just for you, Jangles. Just for you. Listen, guys. It's 5:17. I'm apparently speed running the vlog. I didn't realize this was a thing that I was trying to do. I feel like I need to slow down and relax a little bit, but I think we're just going to go in. I think we're just going to keep going. You like GrimmGreen? Yeah. You like GrimmGreen V2 better than the V1? Yeah. V1 GrimmGreen was a little bit boring. He was a little bit boring, a little chubbier of a fellow, wasn't he? Couldn't build a Genesis to save his life. But the V2, much better overall. I think the V2 took over in late 2017 is when GrimmGreen V2 took over. I think that's when that happened. Hey, appreciate you, Beecher. Come on. You know I do. Let's go to Disneyland. Eat shit and go to Disneyland. You know, what's our motto, Beecher? Eat shit and go to Disneyland. That's our motto. All right. Here we are. It's 5:18. Why do I feel like I'm going through this way too fast? Why? Why does it feel that way? I don't know, but here's the thing. It's going to be time right now. Hope everybody has a beverage. Hope everybody has a vape. Let's get settled in. Oh my. You know, What can you say? You just want to get mad? Let's get mad real quick. Let's get crazy mad real quick, literally right now. ABC News. Does anybody trust ABC News? Does anybody trust literally any legacy mainstream media outlets? Anybody trust any of them? CNN, MSNBC? No, of course not. Fox News? Of course not. ABC News? NBC News? CBS News? CBS Good Morning? Definitely not. Vaping radicalized me into that. The last bastion of hope that I had for like true, good, honest reporting was the New York Times. I thought the New York Times, they still got it. They still have integrity. They still have journalists. It's the fucking New York Times. You know, that carries weight in my opinion. I've seen New York Times write too many shit pieces about vaping. I've seen New York Times echo way too many prohibitionist talking points for me to trust them anymore. Just can't. So let's get mad together. We're going to get hyper angry together literally right now because the American Heart Association finds that vaping might hurt your body in different ways than a cigarette smoke. Oh, it's different ways. This whole time, we've been looking at things like emphysema, COPD, lung cancer. It doesn't cause any of those, but just to be safe, it could harm your body in other ways. Pro tip, doesn't. Pro tip, I'm not a doctor or scientist, doesn't. It doesn't. This guy Patel, MD, jackass. Straight up jackass. This man is a medical doctor, which means do no harm. Do no harm. What does he have to say about vaping? He's just trying to sow doubt. That's all it is. He's just trying to sow doubt about vaping. Let's get angry together.
And new research is shedding light on the health risks of e-cigarettes. The American Heart Association finds vaping may have long-term impacts on a user's heart and lungs, despite being marketed as an alternative to help you cut back on smoking. After
I have so many thoughts.
looking at more than 300 research papers focused on vaping and e-cigarettes, doctors found the chemicals may hurt your heart, lungs, brain, blood vessels, gastrointestinal system, and other parts of your body. The AHA says more research is needed.
Serenity now. Serenity now. Even if vaping hurts my heart, lungs, brain, blood vessels, and GI system, even if that were true, how does that compare to combustible cigarettes? Because that's the default. Combustible cigarettes, we know, are lethal. They harm every organ in your body. When you smoke cigarettes, you're harming every organ in your body. Every organ in your body. That's the default. Every organ in your body. So you mean to tell me that American Heart's going to get up here and go, well, it could hurt your blood vessels and GI. It could. She doesn't mention lung cancer. She doesn't mention any cancers. The doctor doesn't mention any cancers. Smoking causes cancer. Smoking causes lung cancer. Smoking damages every organ in your body. Literally every one. Your hair follicles, damaged by smoking. Your fingernails, damaged by smoking. Teeth, skin, lungs, pancreas, liver, kidney, all your muscles, your bones, your brain, your ears, your eyeballs, all of it is damaged by smoking. Literally all of it is damaged by horrible damage from smoking. Horrible damage from smoking. And we'll get into this in a second.
ABC News contributor Dr. Alok Patel joins me now to break this all down for us. Dr. Patel, thanks for coming on. What does this study actually say about the impact of vaping on people's bodies?
Well, Dan, what this study is adding to is a large body of other studies saying that there are some known risks when you are inhaling things like these volatile organic compounds.
There's no organic volatile compounds in vaping, by the way. Zero VOCs in vaping.
Heavy metals, flavorants and the high doses of nicotine. And there's a lot we don't know. Now,
there's a lot we don't know. That is a talking point of prohibitionists. This is sowing doubt. This is saying, well, there's still a lot we don't know. It's only been 16 years that we've been studying vaping and the effects of vaping on the human body. But oh man, be doubtful of it. Be doubtful of it. He's literally telling everybody who smokes, who's watching ABC News, to doubt vaping. Do no harm. Do no harm.
We've been reporting for years about the direct effects on lungs and what nicotine can do to the body, but all these other chemicals can affect a lot of our
all these
organs,
other chemicals.
From our heart.
What's the other chemicals? What are the other chemicals, Dr. Patel? What are the other chemicals? What are they? Propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, nicotine, flavoring? That's it. 4 things. 4 chemicals. What are the other chemicals, Dr. Patel?
To our lungs, to our immune system. And it's especially concerning in young people. If you look at 2017 to 2019, use doubled amongst young adolescents. And I will tell you anecdotally, I have a lot of teen patients who vape.
Okay, he's using an anecdote. I will tell you anecdotally. Okay, well, I'll tell you anecdotally that 83 million people quit smoking worldwide using vaping. Oh, but then you tell me that's just an anecdote, but then you get to turn around and use anecdotes? Fuck you.
All the time. So it's really important that we put out these statements looking at vaping on its own and not just the marketing tool saying that it is quote unquote an alternative to cigarettes. We need to independently look at it and its long-term risk factors.
Notice that Dr. Patel, the esteemed Dr. Patel, medical doctor, Patel, why did he stop at 2019? Why did he say between 2017 and 2019 youth vaping went up? What happened after 2019? What happened after 2019, Dr. Patel? What the fuck happened after 2019? Are you telling me that we just stopped taking youth vaping data in 2019? That's crazy. Everybody stops at 2019. Heart Association stops at 2019. Truth Initiative stops at 2019. Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, they stop at 2019 when they talk about youth vaping because that's when it was the highest. It's now the lowest. It's dropped, what was that, over 50% since 2019? What happened after 2019, Dr. Patel? You're just keeping smokers smoking, and you have to know this. He has to know that, right? That is bonkers to me that he got on national television to sow doubt about vaping, just to sow doubt about vaping. They should be sued. They should be sued into the fucking ground. FDA, CDC, the lot of them. The lot of them. I don't know why my voice broke like that. I was just so outraged. Real quickly, we're going to have some story time with GrimmGreen. I apologize. We don't have the Matt Sinister Memorial News and Advocacy timer here. Actually, there it is. There it is. We'll do the countdown. It might take me 15 minutes to read this, and then we have a video to watch. What I'm going to be reading from today is this right here. How much evidence is enough evidence? It's the title of the vlog. How much evidence is enough evidence? We've got 16, 17 years worth of evidence. We have evidence from the Royal College of Physicians. We have evidence from Tobacco Cochrane Addiction Group. We have evidence from King's College London. We have evidence from CDC. We have evidence from FDA. We have evidence from the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine. We have evidence from the Truth Initiative. We have evidence from American Heart Association. We have loads of evidence in favor of vaping, but it just never seems to be enough. How much evidence is enough evidence to exonerate e-cigs? Story time. E-cigarettes have a PR problem. From concern about youth vaping, people illegally obtaining them and being wrongly implicated in the outbreak of EVALI, this has translated into misperceptions about their risk relative to combustible cigarettes. Between 2012 and 2018, the percentage of adults who incorrectly perceived e-cigarettes as being more harmful than combustible cigarettes substantially increased from 1.3% to 8%. That is directly the result of misinformation and disinformation coming from people like American Heart, American Lung, and the Truth Initiative. Do they just pat themselves on the back when they see people's skepticism and vaping rising? When they see people who smoke cigarettes going, whoa, good thing I didn't switch to vaping. Do they get excited? Are they happy that they still have smokers to profit off of? If there's no more smokers, what's the need for tobacco control? Interesting. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. When medical advocacy organizations suggest that there's not enough evidence, we need more studies. We need more evidence. There's not enough evidence. Dr. Patel, just on ABC News now, not enough evidence. We need more evidence. We need some more evidence. When medical advocacy organizations suggest that there's not enough evidence to support e-cigarettes' reduced risk profile and cessation utility, they are presumably commenting on the absence of long-term longitudinal epidemiologic studies documenting a positive safety profile of e-cigarettes and large clinical trials showing e-cigarettes to be effective cessation aids. The medical advocacy organizations are correct that we need to continue researching these topics. However, when research is published that support e-cigarettes as a tool for combustible cigarette cessation, it's often overlooked. In fact, a large body of global evidence supports e-cigarettes' relative safety and potential cessation aids. Without understanding the health impacts of nicotine, it's difficult to accept e-cigarettes as a harm reduction tool. Nicotine is the addictive element of tobacco products. It is not, however, recognized as a key contributor to the health conditions generally associated with tobacco use. To be certain, nicotine is not entirely without health effects, but the extent to which those observable effects lead to the manifestation of diseases is still a topic of debate. These e-liquids used in e-cigarettes generally contain other ingredients besides nicotine, like flavorings, and when heated, e-liquid produces far fewer chemicals than combustible cigarette smoke. I don't know how that's not just so glaringly, painfully obvious. How is that not glaringly, painfully obvious? You look at cigarette smoke and you go, oh, holy shit. Look at all these toxins. Look at all this horribleness. Look at this damaging every organ in my body. Whoa. Oh, e-cigarettes have vapor with some nicotine in it, which I'm going to talk about in a future video. I'm going to do a whole video about nicotine with some nicotine in it compared to lethal cigarettes. Sorry, I'm not trying to upset you. Or maybe I am. Maybe I'm trying to upset you into action. Maybe I am trying to upset you into action. Furthermore, e-cigarettes have been on the market since 2007, and research has yet to deliver evidence of even a causal link between nicotine e-cigarettes and development progression. Nothing. They got nothing. It is true that the Food and Drug Administration has not approved any e-cigarettes as a cessation device. It should also be noted that no e-cigarette product has been submitted to FDA for this designation. Although there's no guarantee that an e-cigarette would pass muster if one did pursue this pathway. Nevertheless, several systematic reviews assessing the available evidence of e-cigarettes as cessation aids have found very positive results. Reviews by the National Academies of Science, Engineering and Medicine and the Australian Department of Public Health have found evidence that e-cigarettes can help people stop smoking. Furthermore, in 2022, Cochrane Review concluded with high certainty that the use of nicotine-containing e-cigarettes increased the rate of successfully quitting smoking compared to traditional nicotine replacement therapy. Yeah, we know all this. I'm telling you stuff you already knew. A scented candle is worse for you. The scented candle that I sometimes burn in this office is worse for me than all of the vaping that I do. All of the vaping that I do. I could vape every breath of vape all day long, and it wouldn't be as bad as being around a burning scented candle. Appreciate you, Andy. That's an excellent point. Excellent point. The UK is about to put e-cigarette cessation potential to the test. The country is distributing 1 million vaping starter kits for people who smoke and is providing behavioral support to help them switch from combustible cigarettes to vaping. Swap to Stop program. We've read about this. Without a doubt, science still has questions to answer about e-cigarettes, and questions will always remain. However, for any problem, eventually a tipping point is reached where the preponderance of evidence points to a conclusion. This relates to the precautionary principle, which asserts that, this is the important part, in the presence of scientific uncertainty regarding a threat to health, precautionary actions should be taken until safety can be assured. Health organizations often operate on this principle while making suggestions. The question then becomes, what evidence is sufficient to convince health organizations of e-cigarettes' harm reduction potential? What evidence is sufficient? How does science produce evidence that confirms or rejects this potential? And how long are we willing to operate under the status quo while waiting for conclusive evidence? The first question can only be answered with speculation. Perhaps long-term epidemiological studies are needed, or maybe FDA approval of an e-cigarette as a cessation product or authorization of a modified risk marketing claim would be enough. The second question seems more straightforward, but is also very complex. No study is perfect, and establishing causation or lack thereof is challenging. Agreeing on a set of methods or best practices for studying e-cigarettes and vaping may be one way to resolve conflicting study results. Question 3 is subjective and encompasses the first two questions. About 480,000 Americans die every year from smoking-related illnesses. 480,000 Americans die every year from smoking-related illnesses. Does that number, can we even wrap our head around this number? 480,000 people dead every year in the United States. That's the equivalent of 2 fully loaded 747s crashing and killing everybody on board every single day of the year. Year over year over year. 2 fully loaded Boeing 747s crashing every day and killing everybody on board every single day, every day of the year. That's the cost of smoking cigarettes in America. 480,000 people dead every year, year after year after year. If there was one way, if there was some way to mitigate all of this death, I feel like health orgs would jump on it, right? We can take that number from 480,000 to 180,000 maybe. 280,000? Just with vaping maybe? It's such a big number that you just go, oh, well, yeah, that's a lot of people dying from cigarettes every year. 2 fully loaded 747s crashing and killing everybody on board every single day, every day of the year, all year long. That's how many people are dying from cigarette smoking every fucking year. Although the majority of people who smoke want to quit, fewer than 10 succeed every year. Precaution with new tobacco products is wise. However, existing cessation methods are failing most people trying to quit. Does everybody know that traditional NRT products, things like patches, gums, and inhalers and lozenges, have about a 10% success rate? That means they have over a 90% failure rate. But this is the status quo. This is the tried and true pharmaceutical NRTs. 10% success rate. 10% success rate. We are facing the inevitable crossroads of perfect versus good enough. If appropriately regulated, e-cigarettes can help some people now. Isn't that better than helping nobody while waiting indefinitely for research to prove that e-cigarettes present little to no health risks? Presuming that that's the desired finding? Because science builds on itself, it's likely that time is the only thing that will help definitively determine the risk and net public health impact of e-cigarettes. We may also find that these values add up differently by product and population. Yes, questions remain about e-cigarettes. However, leaning into the precautionary principle is getting harder and harder. The absolute risk of combustible cigarettes, lethal, and thus their harm to public health is so high that exercising extreme caution with e-cigarettes may be inadvertently harming people who smoke. Maybe inadvertently harming people who smoke is actively and currently harming people who smoke. Actively harming people who smoke. To benefit public health, perhaps it is time for organizations to begin specifying what evidence they need to exonerate e-cigarettes. It would be a sad day for science if the answer is that no evidence is convincing enough. I'll post a link to this down in the description. You can read it for yourself. There's 1,000 links throughout it. They cite every single thing that they talked about. They link to the National Academies of Science and Engineering and Medicine. They link to Cochrane Tobacco Addiction Group. They link to all of these studies. How much evidence is enough evidence to exonerate vaping? Is it 10,000 studies? Is it a 10-year longitudinal study? Is it epidemiological evidence? What's needed? What's needed? My favorite part of this is where he says, or rather where they say, the absolute risk of combustible cigarettes and thus their harm to public health is so high that exercising extreme caution with e-cigarettes may be inadvertently harming people who smoke. Yes. Yes. If e-cigarettes can help people now, isn't that better than helping nobody while we wait for research to prove that e-cigarettes present little to no health risks? Shouldn't we help people now? Shouldn't we stop people from dying right now? Wouldn't that be the way to go? Or do we just go, no, we'll just keep letting people die. We'll just keep letting people die while we waffle around with vaping and all of these more studies, really get into it. That's fine. You just keep smoking. Just keep smoking. I'm sorry that you have emphysema. I'm sorry that you have COPD, but we're being precautionary here. We don't want these to be as bad as what you're already doing. We don't want vaping to be as bad as what's already killing you. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. How much evidence will be enough? It's coming soon. The evidence literally just keeps piling up. Literally just piling up and piling up and piling up and piling up. Cochrane is constantly updating their living systematic review. King's College London is putting out evidence like seemingly weekly. Seemingly weekly. But what happens in the United States? That's a great question. That's a great question from Drip Theory. Is anybody in the U.S. even doing any legit scientific research on the subject? The only answer I can think of right now is yes, but also no. Yale and Rutgers are doing good vape science. They're doing good vape studies. They're doing science. FDA is giving, I can't remember off the top of my head how many millions of dollars. It's something like $30+ million to some university to test the harms from just vaping. It's essentially the same thing as the Veritas cohort study. They're trying to find harms in vaping. They're trying to find harms in vaping. And ultimately, that matters very little to me. Very little to me. And I know Tahir Turk's going to have a field day. It matters very little to me, the harms from vaping. All that matters to me is the relative harms compared to smoking lethal, harm every organ in your body, combustible cigarettes. That's the important part. If there's harm from vaping, it's microscopic, comparatively to smoking cigarettes. Good Lord. How much evidence is enough? How much? How much evidence is enough? It is really, really rough times out there right now. I mean, really, really rough times. Vaping has a PR problem. People just get on Twitter and get on NBC News and ABC News, just make stuff up. They just lie. It's like mistruths and half-truths and full lies, and you just wonder, what? Wait, what? Like, I knew the resistance to vaping was going to be severe. I didn't know it was going to be this severe. I didn't know people would just be making shit up. I saw it today on Twitter at least 1,000 times. American Heart Association tweeting out, and all of their affiliates in every single state. So it's like American Heart California, American Heart Louisiana, American Heart Washington, American Heart Ohio, American Heart Wyoming. They all tweeted out the same thing today, and they said that youth vaping is skyrocketing. That's just a lie. They just made that up. It's just nothing. It's based on zero. It's based on nothing. They just made it up. Youth vaping skyrocketing. What? Why does CDC data show over 50% drop in youth vaping in the last 2 years? Who's wrong? Either American Heart Association is wrong or CDC is wrong, because someone's wrong. Either youth vaping is skyrocketing or it's cratering. CDC says it's cratering. American Heart says it's skyrocketing. Someone's wrong. Someone's wrong. There's just no way around it. Someone is absolutely wrong. Oh my good God. All right. I think that's going to be it for news and advocacy, man. I don't think I can take much more of this truth butter. There is one more video I wanted to play for you guys. You got 3 more minutes? You got 3 more minutes for me? This is a great video that I hope I don't get in trouble for showing. It's from a news segment, so I had to adjust the speed of it, and I flipped it backwards so that I'm trying not to get in trouble by playing a news report. But this is a very critically important news report, because all you ever hear are bad things about nicotine. You know? Bad. Brain worms. It changes your brain. It's as addictive as cocaine and heroin, bro. Nicotine. Ooh. Badness. Is it? You know? Is it? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? So I'm going to do a whole video, edited video later on, hopefully this month, just about nicotine. But this is a news report that's too good to pass up, so I'm just going to play it for you.
I like to play anything on the park. I like to run, I like to play, I like to go on the slide or go on the swings.
We started noticing them when she was about 2, but they weren't convulsions, so we weren't really sure what they were. She only would seize at night, and she would have between 10 and 25.
Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I need to give you some background information really quick before we watch this 2-minute and 47-second video. This little 5-year-old girl has seizures. She has seizures at night. She has seizures all the time. Her epilepsy pediatrician, nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew what was going on. That's where we're at. Seizures. This poor little 5-year-old girl has night seizures. She wakes up tired because she's been awake all night, having seizures in her crib. I mean, that's heartbreaking. Imagine having a 5-year-old and not knowing what's causing your 5-year-old to have seizures, excessive seizures every single night. Okay, now go.
I like to play anything on the park. I like to run, I like to play, I like to go on the slide or go on the swings.
We started noticing them when she was about 2, but they weren't convulsions, so we weren't really sure what they were. She only would seize at night, and she would have between 10 and 25 visible seizures. That's not including all the subclinical seizures that she was having also. She'd wake up tired every morning, dark circles under her eyes.
We do not know exactly why it is exclusively happening during sleep, but generally speaking, we think that it has something to do with brain regulation.
We went through so much testing. She's had hundreds of hours of EEGs. She's had MRIs, PET scans, SPECT scans, and it was determined that they could not figure that she was having a seizure coming from any one given area. We tried probably 7 different anticonvulsant medications. None of them worked. We tried the ketogenic diet. It didn't work. It was difficult.
Her diagnosis was a very, very rare genetic disorder called autosomal dominant nocturnal frontal lobe epilepsy. In abbreviation, we call it ADNFLE. Very rare disease. I had really no experience exactly with the same diagnosis, same situation. I started looking up in the literature, and then I found a paper which is very, very interesting. This was published in one of the epilepsy journal, and it was on adult. The treating physician, after trying every single medication they tried, nicotine patch. And the idea was very similar. Okay, there may be some lack of nicotine function. Maybe we should supply.
So we decided we were going to try her on nicotine in the form of the patch, of course. And this had never been done before with a child. We didn't know how much to give her.
We had to go through a few try and error, and then finally we decided that maybe smaller size.
I gave her actually a 1/16 of a patch, and it worked. And she's been doing that for about 3 months now.
So what happened with Karen is that since we started using nicotine patch, number 1, her seizure stopped. Number 2, she could sleep through the night so that she's kind of rested and fresh in the morning. 3, actually there's a little bit of residual effect of nicotine helping with a memory.
No kid wants to wake up in the early morning when you say it's time for school, but she'll say, I'm tired, and then she'll just get up and get dressed, and she's fine, and I don't see the dark circles anymore. And she makes it all the way to bedtime and beyond without a nap, so I know that it's working.
When people with epilepsy come to us, we try to find the cause of epilepsy and try to come up with a solution that really distinguishes us from everybody else, every other centers in the state or in the country. And there are truly very few centers that has every components that we have on this campus.
This means that we can move to a small town in the Rockies, which is happening in a couple of days. This is something we could not have done. We had to stay near a big metropolis as long as she had this condition and we didn't know how to treat it, but now we know how to treat it. So we're going to move forward with our life. It's very exciting.
This little 5-year-old girl's body literally needs nicotine. It needs nicotine. He said, well, maybe there's a nicotine deficiency. We all have receptors in our brain. We all have nicotinic receptors in our brain. We all have THC receptors in our brain too. We all have nicotinic receptors in our brain that from the moment that they're created, they're birthed, you're birthed, you have nicotinic receptors in your brain that are going, hey, I would like some nicotine. I require nicotine. I am a receptor literally just for nicotine. I'm a receptor in your brain for nicotine. This little girl needs nicotine to survive, to function. So I don't think anybody gets to tell you that you don't need nicotine. I need nicotine to function. She needs nicotine to function. And one of the best things from this whole video, besides the fact that you can tell, health orgs are going to tell you that nicotine's brain poison, that she would be better off, that little 5-year-old girl, Stanton Glantz would say, oh, that little girl, she'd be better off smoking cigarettes. Nicotine's brain poison, don't you know? This little girl needs it to exist, to have a normal life. She gets a nicotine patch on her arm. Is she an addict? Is she going to go on to smoke cigarettes? Or is nicotine actually helping her exist? My favorite part of this whole video is when the doctor, I don't know if anybody caught this, but the doctor says that nicotine's been good, not only because it helps with her seizures, but also she gets the residual effect of nicotine, which is an improvement to her memory. Did you see how he snuck that in there? Oh yeah, she gets one of the benefits of nicotine, which is improved memory. Improved memory. I have a pediatrician telling me that nicotine improves my memory. So why is Truth Initiative telling me that it messes with my memory and causes anxiety? It doesn't. It doesn't. NIH, National Institute of Health, our own federal fucking government, calls nicotine a wonder drug. Yeah, wonder drug. They call it an interesting compound. It can help regulate, your appetite. It can help with Parkinson's. It helps with anxiety. It helps with memory. It helps with focusing. If everybody in the world stopped smoking cigarettes and started vaping nicotine, everybody's lives would improve. Your memory would be better. Your anxiety would go away. You have nicotinic receptors in your freaking brain. In your brain. Just waiting. Just going, hey, when am I getting nicotine? The answer right now, brain? Now. Okay. Even vapor from a Z coil head is still good vapor. So that's it. Okay, now I'm actually going to wrap up the news and advocacy. I will put links, I believe, to literally everything I talked about. We didn't get to talk about World Health. We didn't get to talk about that kid in Maryland that got fucking punched in the face for vaping. We'll talk about that next week. We didn't get to see that video either. We didn't get to talk about the retracted study. We didn't get to talk about pregnancy, but we did get to get mad. We did get to get mad. Get some truth butter, like just squeegee the truth butter off of my face because I'm raging with sweat right now at ABC News. Anyway, I'm going to throw some links down in the description. I would like to go check in on the super chats right now. What up, Marcus? It just makes me so mad. It just makes me so fucking mad. Nicotine's going to help. Nicotine's going to save the world. Nicotine is going to save the world. Let's get back to these super chats. Jay Blaze, wait, hang on. Jangles, that's right. Frank Neal, Yo-Yo, Nick, and everyone in the chat. Been online today trying to get some Uncommon, and I think I found the source with 2-day shipping. Woohoo! Uncommon. It's out. It's a thing. It's alive. It's out in the world. I'm so excited for this liquid to finally see the light of day. I don't know how much I can say on YouTube, but for people in America, do you know my friend Homeboy OC? Find my friend Homeboy OC, and maybe, just maybe, you might be able to find some Uncommon in the good old United States of America. I should have said it with a ventriloquist mouth so they can't, you know, if YouTube gets mad at me, I can just go, no, look, now it's not even moving. It's just sitting here. OC. B's are hard to do. OC. OC. That's who you need to. Thank Frank Neal. I appreciate that. I can't wait to see what you guys think of these liquids. J Blaze Coyle says the blue was a Cosmonaut V2 by District 5, and the top side was the Dang. Wait, was it really? Hang on. Let's get back to this picture. Whoops. It's this picture. Okay. Oh, okay. I can see that now. The Dang is on the top side, and then the Cosmonaut V2 is on the DS. Thank you for clarifying that, J Blaze. It was going to drive me nuts. You know it was. It was going to drive me nuts. Kennedy. Kennedy says, I just got a clean bill of health from my doctor the other day, vaping since 2016. She did the work too. So, yeah, you know, but that's just an anecdote. Kennedy, you're just an anecdote. You're not data anecdotally as well. I went to my cardiologist. He loves that I vape and that I don't smoke any cigarettes. And he made very, very sure. He's like, no cigarettes, just vaping, 100% vaping. And I said, yes, for 13 years. He said, good. As long as there's no cigarettes, you're good. Your heart health, good. I ran on the thing. You know, I had all the things stuck to me on my face even, which I'm running on the treadmill. You know, I'm doing endurance, exercising. My heart rate's going way up. My cardio recovery is actually better now than it was like a year ago. It's unbelievable. My ear, nose, and throat doctor here in LA, I got really frightened for some reason. I don't know. You know, it's whatever. About 2 years ago, I got really concerned about my throat. Because I noticed I couldn't project my voice as well. I noticed after a live stream, I would be like hoarse. I'm like, if it doesn't feel good, throat doesn't feel good. Sometimes in the middle of streams, like it was happening in TBNs in 2020 a lot. I felt like I was losing my voice, and I was just worried. I was like, I don't know, maybe I have like polyps or some sort of tumor on my throat. I'm like, fucking, of course I do. And then I went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and he said, so what are you here for today? And I said, well, I'm concerned about my throat. I think there might be something wrong with my throat. I've been nicotine vaping for about 14 years now. It's been about 13 years of nicotine vaping. No smoking cigarettes. I just want to, you're the doctor. Look at me. Tell me if anything's wrong. Tell me if I'm crazy. He stuck a camera way down my throat, way down my throat. And as he's slowly pulling this tube of camera out of my throat, slowly pulling this camera out, and he's like, you said you smoked cigarettes for 13 years? And I said, pulling it out. You smoked cigarettes for 13 years? I was like, he's pulling it out. He gets it out. He's like, can't tell. He's like, I literally looked down your throat. I can't tell that you were ever a cigarette smoker. And I said, okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ear, Nose, and Throat Doctor. Thank you. That really put my mind at ease. I was like, okay, no more lung cancer, no more throat cancer. Like I had a doctor look down my throat with a camera, like an MD, a medical doctor. He said he couldn't ever tell that I was a smoker. That's bananas to hear. Couldn't tell that you were ever a smoker? Dude, I vaped nicotine 24/7 for 14 years. You can't tell that I was a smoker? Boosh, Vaping 9000. Frank, that's very gracious of you. Really enjoyed the live Discord yesterday. Yeah, you know, I think we might make that a damn thing. I think we might make, I don't know. We'll see. I'll see. I really liked it too. I had a lot of fun. I really liked hanging out and goofing off, and then we ended up playing a little bit of Zelda. It was good times. We might do that every Wednesday. Maybe. Rocco's a big proponent of it too. Matthew, very gracious of you. MSA pays government to keep us smoking. Well, the doctors tell the government's lies because cancer is a multi-billion-dollar industry. They want us dying slowly. You know, I hate how correct you are about that. I really hate how correct you are about that. And it's not just nicotine, tobacco, smoking. It's everything. The food we consume in America is the worst food in the world. The worst food in the world. Did you know that Quaker Oats in the rest of the world, Quaker Oats has 4 ingredients because of their rigorous food standards. But in the US, we're like, whatever. Put whatever shit you want in there. 19 ingredients. 19 ingredients in Quaker Oats in America. And they're additives and like little preservatives and things to make it seem creamier or sweeter or more sugar in it so you crave it more. That's just America. And a part of that is freedom, right? The idea of freedom. If I want to, I can eat double bacon cheeseburgers literally every day for every meal if I wanted to, and nobody would stop me. Nobody would stop me. It's the easiest, quickest meal to get. Of course, I can eat that literally every single day. No one will stop me. No one will stop me. The food that we eat in America is the worst food in America. It's the worst food literally in the world. Even our like McDonald's has worse shit in it than the rest of the world. I don't know if you've ever eaten McDonald's in like Sweden or Germany or Ireland or something. It's incredible. It's way better. It tastes like food. I was like, well, this is real lettuce. The food safety standards in the rest of the world are amazing. The food safety standards in America, awful. They just want you sick. They want you dependent on the system. They want you dependent on big pharmaceuticals. And even now, big pharmaceuticals is ramping up production on another quit smoking pill. Got, another one. God help us. Big pharmaceuticals, they just want you all full of pills. Just so many pills. How many pills can a human take in a day? We want that many pills in you. And we want that many pills in you because of the food we feed you and because of the things you drink and eat and otherwise consume. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And look, yeah, I mean, the MSA, look, here, now I'm sorry, we're going to be running long, but the MSA, I've ranted too much about the MSA. States get money based on cigarette sales. So, what is a state's obligation to reduce smoking if they're making money off of every smoker and then using that money that they make off of every smoker to fund things like bridges and roads and schools and golf courses? It's all, of course, it's in the state's vested interest to keep someone smoking cigarettes rather than have them quit. That's the state for you, you know? Maybe that's my, I don't even want to say it. Maybe that's my libertarian streak coming through, but fuck the state. The state doesn't know what's best for me. I know what's best for me. And it's not any advice that I get from the state. F the state. Face meat, dry oatmeal, boosh, 9,000. How about this, face meat? Play-Doh. Yeah. You didn't see that coming, did you? Barbara Burgess, that's very gracious of you. Okay, deep breath. Hold it at the top and let it out with the sound of Om. Raise the positive vibration after negative news. Meanwhile, hey, Vape fam, love you. All right, I'll take a deep breath. This just sounds like weird woo-woo stuff. Om. That's how I roll, Barbara. Actually, here's the deep breath that I really need. Let me take a real deep breath. Yeah. That's good. That's a good deep breath. That's a good deep breath. Wait, did I skip? Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. The Great Seamus said, reminds me, my manager said to quit vaping because of the risks. Sent her your vid on the risks, and she said she's now 70% convinced. Better than zero. Better than zero. And, you know, thank you. Like, that's why I do those videos. That's why I do those videos. I try to just be as, like, polite and well-spoken as possible and go, look, here's what this says. Here's what this says. Here's what this says. Here's what people who are way smarter than me say about vaping. This isn't what I say. This is what they say about vaping. Look, every singular individual person that we can change their mind, bonus points. You know? Bonus points. Dee, damn it. That's very gracious of you. Vaping has undoubtedly helped me quit smoking and stay smoke-free. What is it that they just don't get? Right there with you, Grim. Keep fighting the good fight. I don't know what it is they don't get. I don't think it's that they don't get it. I do think they don't get it, but I don't think that's the main part. I think that they don't want us to enjoy quitting smoking. Every tobacco controller on Twitter, on any social media that I come across, always has that like same mentality, that like quit or die mentality. I don't think they want us enjoying quitting smoking. I think the pleasure that we derive from vaping is one of the things that really, really sticks in their craw. We made a bad decision to start smoking cigarettes, so we should be punished for smoking cigarettes. And the punishment is usage bans. You can't smoke anywhere. Bottom rung of society smokers, fuck you. You can't smoke anywhere. And the health implications, that's the punishment too. And so difficult to quit. That's the punishment too. I think that they think that we should be punished for smoking instead of getting to enjoy quitting and vaping. I think that really, really sticks in their craw. That's why you see companies. That's why you see organizations like the Truth Initiative now. And, American Heart, American Lung, they're getting in on it a little bit, but the Truth Initiative is the real front runner of this. And that is quitting smoking isn't good enough anymore for the Truth Initiative. Now we need to have this puritanical, you need to quit all substances. Quitting smoking isn't good enough anymore. Now you need to quit nicotine. Purity. You need to be pure. No nicotine for you. No substances for you. Oh, beer? Yeah, you can have beer. Oh, liquor? Oh, yeah, you can have liquor. Oh, cannabis? Yeah, you can have cannabis. But nothing to do with tobacco or nicotine in any way. It's puritanical nonsense is what it is. It's puritanical bullshit. Barbara. That's right. I already read yours. Face meat. Oh, that's right. I already read yours. Sewer rug. Oh, that's right. I already read yours. I'm just kidding. Yo-yo and salutations. Got here late because work? Why'd you put a question mark? Sewer rug, why did you put a question mark? Because work? Anyways, I got my most uncommon order in, and I'm here for all the yo-yo tendencies. Hey, Grim, slow down. I'm glad you got your uncommon. I'm dying to know what you think of the flavors. We're going to talk tonight. We're having yo-yo hangs tonight in the Discord, and I'm going to hear everybody's feedback on the uncommon. And be honest. Be honest. Don't be like, well, I kind of like the mango. It's real good. Like, be honest. If something sucks, just please tell me that it sucks. Don't blow vapor up my ass. That's not what I'm here for. New Wave Dave, 169. Slayer fan, 169. Even the new metal album, he likes it. I heard it's his favorite. My cat and I did a halo jump last night just outside of Samarra, Iraq, on a mission to... Wait, that's classified. Look, I'm not one here to mess around with classified information. If what you and your cat did last night is classified, I like that New Wave Dave and his cat are just like black ops now. I appreciate you, New Wave Dave. I hope you're yak bonging your face off. Slater, breathe, hydrate. That's damn hell-ass good advice. In fact, I have a really funny hydration video. Okay, I'm gonna try to play you this really, really funny hydration video. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. Oh shit. Pause. Can you hear that? Can anybody hear that? No, there's no sound. Why is there no sound? Okay, you go away. This one.
Instead of taking a bunch of small...
Hang on. I texted this reel to Kent because, hydro homies and the such as. And the way that this guy drinks water is something that I want to learn how to do. It's something that I really, really, really want to learn how to do. Watch how this guy drinks water. Hang on. Dane B says, GrimmGreen, I know of like 3 retracted studies, counting the one you mentioned tonight. How many do you think you have heard of? Retracted anti-vape studies? Many. I don't know, probably off the top of my head, 10, 12, 10 or 15 retracted studies. I mean, they get published and retracted so quickly that it's hard to keep track. I have saved a few of them. I got another one here tonight that I was going to do. Chronic liver disease. Yeah, they said that vaping causes chronic liver disease. It doesn't, and it got retracted. That was the last one. Okay, now back to hydro homies. Watch how this guy drinks. Okay, it's incredible, and I want to learn how to do this. This should be our mission to learn how to drink like this guy.
Sips.
He uses the phrase chug muscles. Chug muscles. Okay.
Open your throat and let it slide down. The way that you get it open is by taking a little liquid in your mouth, looking up, and swallowing. This will prime your chug muscles.
That sound. He says this will prime your chug muscles.
And along with a little upward pressure with the diaphragm, you can keep it open. And that's how you can drink anything in one ginormous sip. Cheers. Instead of taking a bunch of small...
He just poured it down his gullet in one swig. Did you see him like staring down his jar too? He's like, and his neck like expanded. It seems unnatural in every way, but I really want to learn how to do that. Now I'm going to try to prime my chug muscles by drinking out of my coldest water bottle. They've been technically a sponsor of this vlog for like 3 years now. I have a link in the description. You can use the code GRIM and you can buy your own big ass coldest water bottle. Get you a little discount, put some coin in my pocket, help support this channel. It's the coldest water bottle. I've been using it for years. I take it everywhere. It generally sits on my desk right here and is my headphone holder, because I don't have a headphone stand. Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking the same thing. Dark and Duchess, I don't know if our paths have crossed before ever, but I like you being here. I want to hear that burp too. I feel like maybe there isn't a burp. Like, what if he gets it down himself and then there's no burp? What a time to be alive, What a time to be alive. All right. We're definitely running long now. Sorry that news took a long time. And again, I'm not going to apologize for all the news because it's getting really bad, you guys. I don't know. I just feel like it's getting really, really, really bad. I mean, we're up against American Heart, American Lung, the World Health Organization. The World Health Organization is trying to change the definition of smoke to include anything from a vape so that they can just call what we do smoking now. It's literally newspeak. They're trying to change the definition of smoke to include vapor. Dr. Tedros from the World Health Organization, he gets on Twitter, he says, this is not harm reduction. This is just a ploy from big tobacco. It's a trick. You've been tricked. Vaping is just as bad as smoking cigarettes. It's crazy. Like, it's bananas. Like I said, the train has left the station. It is barreling down the tracks at 200 miles an hour, and I'm just trying to hang on to the side and affect it in literally any way I can. But it is getting really, 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 very, really, 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 very bad. And I'm an eternal vape optimist. I believe that vaping's going to win. I just do. I think that time will tell us everything we need to know about vaping. And I think in the future, we're going to get to a point where it's just taken as like matter of fact. Like, well, of course vaping's less harmful than smoking. What are you, crazy? Get with the times. It's going to be so plainly, blatantly obvious. Everyone is going to know that vaping is less harmful for you than smoking. It's going to change the world. It's going to save billions of lives. But it is dark right now. It is dark. They are letting people die. Letting people die while we go over the minutia of, well, unless it's 100% safe and is like, does, it actually strengthens your heart, well, then we can't allow them on the market. They're holding vaping to this ridiculous standard. Meanwhile, two fully loaded 747s, fully loaded with people crashing every single day, day after day, every day of the year, are dying from cigarettes, and we will just let them continue to smoke and die. It's bad. It's really bad. England is my only hope. England and Sweden. England, Sweden, New Zealand, Japan, and South Korea. Those are like my only hopes right now. That's it. Thoughts on non-smokers vaping? Do it. Or not. Ultimately, I don't care. Because what you're doing is not smoking cigarettes. It's like you'd be better off vaping, I think, than drinking a soda every day. I think you'd be better off vaping 3 milligram liquid than drinking a sugary soda every single day. I think the sugary soda would do more harm to your body than vaping 0 milligram or vaping 3 milligram. Nicotine's only going to enhance your life. It's only going to enhance your focus. It's only going to enhance your memory. I personally can't function without it. Personally. And so if there's a non-user out there and they have a predilection towards wanting to inhale and exhale something like I did, I wanted to smoke since as long as I could remember. If that person's going to do something, I'd rather they vape than do anything else. Here's the thing, Swamp Thing. Nothing is 100% safe. Forget drugs. Of course, no drug is 100% safe because nothing is 100% safe. This flannel I'm wearing right now, it could strangle me. It could smother me. It could be jammed in my mouth and I could suffocate. Not safe. Not safe to be wearing this flannel. This chair I'm sitting in could just collapse. It could just break and collapse. I could slip and hit my face on the desk and break my nose. The desk is not safe. The chair is not safe. Nothing is 100% safe. It's up to you to go, I'm going to take this step. I'm going to take this step. I'm going to drive in this safe manner. I'm going to sit in this chair and be safe. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be safe. Personal responsibility, be safe. People can do dangerous things in safe ways. I can ride my bicycle, which is a dangerous thing to do, in a safe manner with proper PPE protection and looking and being aware of my surroundings. I can do this dangerous activity safely. I don't know where I'm going on this rant, but period. That's it. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, nothing's safe. Even the air we breathe is 100% safe. Dude, I get on my iPhone every single day and the little weather thing pops up and it's like, it's going to be fucking blazing ass hot today. And there's an air quality warning. The quality of the air just in the world around me in Los Angeles is poor. And they said sensitive people shouldn't even go outside today. The air in Los Angeles is worse for me than if I just stayed inside and did nothing but make every breath a vape. When the world finds out how harmless vaping is, it's going to be bananas. People are going to lose their mind. People are going to lose their freaking minds, man. And I hope people feel foolish. I hope Pave feels foolish. I hope Meredith Berkman feels like a fucking moron. God, that's good. Now then, how would you guys like to do something right now that is... Ooh, what should we do? Let's do this first because it's... Let's do this first because there's less of it. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to open just a little bit of mail that I have. I got a little bit of mail, and that's not like a please send me mail. That's just saying I just have some mail. I just got some China mail. China mail. Your phone's not safe. Wi-Fi, 5G, walking down the street, staring at the screen, driving. Let me tell you, here's my rant. I'm an anti-car person to begin with. I want to make that very well known. I'm not like completely anti-cars. I'm just anti-car-based infrastructure. I hate that I have to drive everywhere. That's it. There's no other options. If I want to go to the grocery store, I'm driving. If I want to go to the mailbox, I'm driving. If I want to go anywhere, literally, I'm driving there. And one phenomena that I've noticed is stupid people drive with their phones in their hand. And when you're at a stoplight and it turns green and then nobody goes, everybody's just looking at their fucking phone. I see it. I look over to my right and I see just people just in the driver's seat, head down, just fucking flipping through their phone. And then they get honked at and they're like, oh, okay, I'll go now. And it happens in traffic. Traffic is worse now with smartphones because people used to pay attention. People used to go, eyes on the road. I'm going to drive. I'm going to be a responsible driver. I'm going to merge. I'm going to go to this lane. I'm going to zipper merge in here. Eyes on the road. We're driving. Now, in traffic, everybody just whips out their phone because you're in stop and go traffic, which makes the stop and go traffic worse by like a mile. It's crazy. It's bananas. I hate driving. Actually, that's not true. I love driving. And I actually really love cars. I just hate car-based infrastructure. Sorry. I'm not going to go on that rant right now, but smartphones have made driving worse, like a completely unenjoyable experience. Put down your fucking phone. It's bananas. It is bananas. I've never used my horn more in my life than living in LA. And I don't like delicately use my horn. I vindictively use my horn. Excessively use my horn. I'm a horn guy. I'm the horn guy. Not always, you know. If the light turns green and nobody goes, I pound on my horn. I do a little just hey, just let's go. But man, I like to lay on my horn. I like to lay on my horn when there's idiots there. Okay, so this package, I apologize. I've already opened it. I couldn't wait. I was too excited because this is my re-up. I have to give proper credit where credit is due. This is my re-up. Oh my God. Look at this. I've already opened a bottle of it. It's about halfway done. Oh yeah. Eric, Deep Cuts, Vinyl and Vapor. It's guava jelly. I get 5 bottles every other month, and I just crank through them. And this is Eric Deep Cuts is basically a sponsor of this vlog. If there's a this is the mouth to lung liquid I'll be vaping for as long as Eric Vinyl and Vapor is alive and can supply it to me. I will vape this forever. This is my new legacy mouth to lung. It's all I want to vape. It's effing amazing. Liquid, Eric, Vinyl and Vapor. Hell yeah, I love you. Hell yeah, I love you. And I know you have a trash bag. So we're just throwing trash all over the place. Woo! All right, hang on. We'll do that one next. Let's do this one from China first. We'll open the China box. I hate being forced to own a car. I hate being forced to own a car, and I hate paying taxes to a state that doesn't repair the roads and it damages my car. Like, you tax me to drive on the roads that you don't repair, that damages my car. Like, you've given me this financial burden. Well, if you want to function in society, you better buy a car. You better take on this, what, $8, $10, $12, $30,000 worth of debt just to function in society, just to function. It's become so normalized. It's crazy. My other favorite thing about driving around in LA is seeing the dudes driving around in like a big Ford F-250, just one dude. One dude, not towing anything, not carrying anything, just drinking his Monster Energy drink and, woo! Okay. This is a good day. This is a good vape mail. I only have 2 packages tonight, but this is a good vape mail. No, never drive and text. Never drive and text. Always call people. I don't touch my phone. I put it on a podcast, I put it on music, and that's it. I don't use Google Maps. I don't navigate. I just drive. Eyes on the road, man. I've avoided so many fucking accidents from people by not looking at my phone. It's bananas. It's bananas. Yeah, doesn't that suck? Oh, you want to have a job? Oh, you need to get to work? Buy a car. Oh, is that it? Yep. Okay. All right. Well, okay. That's fine. Can you see what is in here? Do you see this? Do you see this gloriousness that's happening right now? Oh my God. 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 Did I say it enough times? Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 empires here that if you are a member of my Patreon, which you can do, it's real easy. It's like $10 a month. If you're a member of my Patreon, these are going to get given away to you. Yeah. Think about that. Brand new empires. I'm not even going to show you those because all I want to do is show you this one because this is the one I've kind of been waiting for. It's not the green one, Yeah. I need my trash can closer. It's not the green one. Was I yelling too much? Did I get too ranty? Did I get way too ranty right there? I guess I have a lot of opinions on things. Who knew? Oh, fuck. That's sick. That's just so sick. Let's go to the up-close camera. Oh, Red, you look so good. And it's a red skeleton. So it's cutouts. It's the red skeleton mother trucking empire. I am so excited. I am overjoyed. I love this. It's red, and it's the red skeleton empire. Available really very hyper soon. Everywhere empires are available. Let me put the guts back in here. I have a red skeleton. I have a black skeleton. And I have the green special edition Grim Army. Doesn't have a battery in it. That's why it won't turn on. Grim Army, green, skeleton, empire. Holy shit. Holy shit. I can't wait for people to get these. And like I said, I got 5 to give away. Yo, yoy. If you're in the Patreon. Yo, freaking yoy. I'm going to set the red one up tonight. That's what's going to happen. We still got a retro vape. We still got a liquid taste. And it's 6:30. Whoa. Hell yeah, the Empire Strikes Back, Trinity. Hell yeah. This is going to be a really good vape mail. This is going to be like one of the... It's only 3 packages, but I already got deep cuts. I already got my re-up of deep cuts guava jelly. I already got... Let's see, if I'm keeping 1 red one, that's 1 red to give away, 1 black to give away, 2 blacks to give away, and 2 Grim Army special editions to give away. Wow. Wow. And I just want to say also that the Grim Army special edition is only available to Patreons first. And then if there's any left over, which there may not be any left over, but if there is some left over, then they will go on sale to the general public. You got to prime those chug muscles. Yeah, get that chug muscle primed. You priming chug muscles? These. Okay, they're rice. They're the rice ones. Okay, that's good. Packing peanuts, and you know what? I know what's in here, so I'm not even mad about packing peanuts at the moment. I'm not even mad at packing peanuts right now. This is a dense packing peanut. Chewing it like gum. Deep cuts, Rob. Stoked you finally got to try deep cuts. His flavors, good. They are good. I like all his flavors. I used to vape Dragon Shake on the reg. I loved Dragon Shake. I like PB Party in a mouth to lung. I like Blueberry Hill. I especially like Blueberry Hill in a mouth to lung. And I love guava jelly, like in a severe way. Severe way, I love guava jelly. I don't remember being like so taken aback by a liquid in a really long time. It was like the first time I tasted Pony on Acid. I remember the first time I tasted Pony on Acid, and it was like, oh my God. Like, where has this been for the last like 6 years? I haven't been vaping Pony on Acid. Pony on Acid rules. Still chewing on this packing peanut. It's just gum now. I'm all about gum. Now this, my friends, this, you see, whoo, mama, whoa, baby. Get excited. Nick, it's been a while. Good job with the Empire. Oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you. I have included 3 mods in the box. One is the new 21700 100 watt regulated squonk. Be sure to try hard mod with dual coils. Oh, okay. Be sure to try with dual coils. I have also included 2 mods you have already seen, but a little different. The AZV Squonk and Matterhorn both have silver-plated contacts. These are the upgraded silver-plated contacts from Snowcap. The AZV Squonk and Matterhorn both have silver-plated contacts. I am sending them to you in the hopes you will both enjoy and spread word about the new contacts. I would imagine this doesn't warrant a re-review. Dan, you know what? You don't get to be the boss of me. Maybe this does warrant a re-review. We'll see. Thanks, Dan. The mods marked USA were made in the US. Snowcap making mods in the US. Hey, sick. Hey, sick. All right, so what should we look at first? How about the, I don't know, this one, the first one. Shout out to freaking Snowcap mods. Whoops. This is tied up here. Boosh. There it is. Silver-plated contacts. Yep. Hell yeah, silver-plated contacts. You know, this was the squonk, the Avalanche squonk. I'll show you the inside here. Silver-plated contacts. Oh, look at all that beautiful silver plating in there. Silver plating, silver-plated contacts. If I can get this bottle out of here, which is easy to do. Boosh. Silver-plated contacts throughout. Snowcap mods. You know, this was, I got to give credit to Dan and Snowcap mods. This was the squonker, not necessarily the silver-plated contact squonker, but this was the squonker that got me back into squonking. And, I mean, for all intents and purposes, inspired the idea of the Empire Squonk. It was this little bugger right here. Pow. Damn. Okay, that's rad. Silver-plated contacts. So then we got a Matterhorn. Oh, whoops, that's right. It's tied. I need to remember that. We got a black Matterhorn with silver-coated contacts, or silver-plated contacts. The Matterhorn, in my opinion, is a mech above other mechs. This is it. Not Zoomiz 3. I see you over there on Twitch. I'm glad you found my channel too, buddy. You got questions? I got answers. You got questions about silver-plated contacts inside the Matterhorn mech mod? Because I got answers about that. These are silver-plated contacts. I love the Matterhorn. It could be one of my favorite mechs in the history of mechdom. In fact, maybe we'll put that fucking Arbiter on here. Maybe we'll leave this out, put the Arbiter on there. That fucking Arbiter. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, this is the, let's get this out here, the regulated Avalanche. Ooh, what's up, regulated Avalanche? Fancy regulated Avalanche. Look at that. Still got the same, like, slenderness to it. Hand feel for days. Oh, clicky ass button. 21700 Squonk. Dude, that is sick. That is sick. That's hella sick. And I like that it's he incorporated like this like kind of looks like the Matterhorn, like the mountains at like an angle. It's like very nicely textured. I don't know what chip is in this in any capacity. Hey, I still don't know, but it's a pretty nice looking chip. Is this an okay, I don't know how to adjust the wattage, but oh, there it is. This is a good looking screen. This camera's not going to do it justice. But it's a real nice, crispy looking screen. I wonder if this one would do it justice. Let's see. Just give it a second here. It'll appear in a second, I believe. I hope so. I'm not going to tell. Your feed smell. If you ask me again, you can go to hell. All right, so maybe that's not going to work. So we'll just have to look at it through here. It's a real nice looking screen. You're going to have to trust me on this. Dude, hand feel for days. Hand feel for years in this. Holy cow. All right, Avalanche, regulated Avalanche. Stoked. Hella stoked 9000, dude. I'm a fan. You know, I'm a fan of Snowcap. He not single-handedly, but almost single-handedly got me back into squonking. And, you know, credit where credit is due. Dan, Snowcap, hell yeah. Dude, we got 2 squonkers tonight. A new Empire. I'm going to keep your note, Dan. You can't stop me. And we're going to set tonight's liquid tasting on this mech. That's how this is going to go down. Should we retro vape? I think that's all the mail I got. That's literally all the mail that I got. That's it. I'm excited. Do you know what board this is, Gunny? Do you happen to know? Lo-Fi for Llamas is vaping the Matterhorn with an Asgard Mini right now. We're about to be vaping a Matterhorn with a Oxfa fucking Arbiter. Yeehee boards? That's a Yeehee board? I've never liked Yeehee boards. I just never have. Is that really a Yeehee board? I'm not going to take it back out right now. Is that really a Yeehee board? It does have like the little thumb, movie around like joystick type of guy on the bottom. Yeah, an eFest sell. Did you see that? eFest. I bought a pair of eFest 2700s a while ago. They've been working fine. I bought these for the Monarch. My Aspen Modco Monarch used 2700s, so I bought a bunch of 2700s, and then both my Monarchs broke. So I could go, oh, okay, now I got some 2700s. Doesn't make much sense. Let's see, are you going to work yet? No, of course not. Why would you? That's ridiculous. What about now? And no. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We don't need that up close camera. I just wish it would work. Come on now, camera. Oh, I know what the problem is. Hang on. There's dangle clacks happening actively right now. Hang on. Ah! I was playing Zelda, you see, so... All this just so I can show you the screen. Yes, that's true. All this just so I can show you the screen. I'm going to put this eFest battery back in here. All right, you're back. You're back, Ern, just in time to see the screen. Pow! There it is. That's not it. There it is. Hey, good looking screen. Press in, and I can adjust the wattage. Boosh. If I just press down while it's going, it gets me into, I can edit curves if I want to. We're just going to leave this on a neutral curve and adjust the wattage up and down. It's a slick little chip. That's real slick. Yeah, anyway, that's it. That's the chip. The camera had to power on just for that, just to see the Yeehee chip, you know? Just to see it. All right, well, I want to set up that Empire tonight. I want to set up that snow cap, that Avalanche for sure. Okay, now then, 6:41. Hey, we got plenty of time left, right? We could probably do a retro vaping and a very random liquid tasting. I'm usually not a huge fan. It is a pretty nice interface. Bricker House, I see you over there, keeping it real on Twitch. I appreciate you. There should be the... Why aren't the... Hang on, let me just run a rudimentary test here. And we're going to put some Sifu Centaurs up on the screen, hopefully. Pow. Hey, there. Okay, it worked. I just wanted to make sure the emotes were working in Twitch. Let's retro vape. You guys want to retro vape? I think we should retro vape. Do you want to retro vape? Should we retro vape? You want to retro vape? Retro vape? Retro vape? Yeah, we are. So what are we going to retro vape tonight, yous guys? Listen, Zion, we're not far off. We're not completely far off from that right now. Okay, Zion? Appreciate you being here, buddy. We're not far from a Genesis right now. What does that look like? If anybody can guess this, I don't know. I'll give you something. I will give you something if you can tell me what deck this is. And you can just tell from looking at it how much I'm going to hate to build this. Super going to hate to build this. Oh, Drag 4, holy nerd. Hell yeah, Drag 4. Hell yeah, Drag 4. Lost World of JJ's staying on Twitch where it's less delayed and laggy. All right. Hey, to each their own. That's why variety, you know, it's the spice of life, as they say, from what I've heard. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. little cruddy. I guess it's a little cruddy. It's been sitting for quite a long time. This is dual vertical coils. Dual freaking vertical coils, you guys. Let me see if I can show you the bottom, because that's going to give away what it is. Let's see here, and you see that? Does anybody remember like 2014, 2015, the Origin dripper? Anybody? Nope. It's the Origin dripper. And this was, post Genesis. Genesis have been, at this point when this already came out, they were already popular. Everybody had already been using a Genesis for what seemed like an eternity. Where's my damn face? Everybody had been using a Genesis for what feels like an eternity. And then this company released the Origin, which is essentially a Genesis-styled deck. A Genesis-styled deck, but with no tank. It's vertical coils. And it's got this, center post that's just a post, and I have to capture my leads under there and then attempt to thread this down to sandwich my positive leads up there. This is just going to be a nightmare. This is going to take the rest of the vlog. I'm assuming this is going to take the rest of the vlog. So I got wire. I got a coily tool. I'm going to build some 2.5 millimeter coils. One's going to go here. One's going to go here. It's going to be great. I'm going to be using 20 gauge. I'm assuming this is nichrome. This is the only 20 gauge I have on hand, and chances are this is 10 years old. Maybe longer than that. I don't even know. This is all I have to build. Should I do 20 gauge? Should I do 20 gauge? We're going to run it on a retro mech too. We're going to run this on a retro mech. So I guess I'm doing 20 gauge. God, this feels like coaxial cable. Like it's gigantic. It feels like I could use this for like plumbing in my house. Like I could run water through this. Also, speaking of water, you guys, what are you doing with the poll in the chat? Way wrong. You guys are all answering this super wrong. Pick your superpower. Did everybody pick a superpower? Pick your superpower. Would you rather transform into a houseplant, fly, but only when you're alone, or shoot fire hose water from your eyes? I'm shocked to see shoot fire hose water from your eyes in second place. What's the good of flying if you're alone? Well, you can fly in your house. You fly in your backyard. Can't fly in public. Can't fly. No one would see it. No one would go, holy shit, that guy can fly. Because if someone's looking at you, you're not alone. I mean, how do we even define alone? If you're in a hotel, you're not technically alone. I mean, I guess there's other people there. Maybe alone in your hotel room. You could fly around in your hotel room. You could fly around in your house. Maybe in your backyard if no neighbors are around. Because as soon as a neighbor goes out in their backyard, suddenly you're not alone. Can't fly anymore. Shooting fire hose water from your eyes is, imagine Cyclops from the X-Men, but instead of red emitter beams, he shoots like fire hose velocity water. How great would that be? That's the ultimate. You could be firefighter guy and just, shoot fire hose velocity water from your eyes. That would be amazing. That would be the funnest superhero power of all time. Anybody just getting sassy with you? You just blast him real quick with some water. Just knock him over, You're like, yeah, more where that came from. I'm fire hose eyes. Fire hose eyes. Fire hose eyes. Fly when you're alone. Boring. Or you could be a houseplant and you could, yeah, exactly. You could high five your other houseplants. But fire hose water shout out with the force of a fire hose. Right. Non-potable. I guess it's non-potable water if it's coming out of your eyeballs. But let's just say for the sake of this that it's just fire hose velocity of like very clean, potable drinking water. You know? No, that's why you prepare. Like if you've been fire hose eyes your whole life, you kind of, you get in like the power stance, you put your foot back and you just shoot it out of your eyeballs. That would be amazing. I thought that was like the coolest superpower I had ever thought of. I was like, whoa, what if you could shoot fire hose water out of your eyeballs? How amazing would that be? All right, so this wire is thick. I'm going to probably do like a 7 wrap, 6 wrap, probably. 1, 2, glasses off, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Ooh, dude, when was the last time you built with 20 gauge? This is tough. This is going to be too thick. This is too thick of a wire. I'm an idiot. And they have to go off in like slightly different directions like this. So the directionals have to be like this. One to the side, one down. Because this is going to be too thick. This is too thick a wire for this build. This is too thick a wire for this RDA. Maybe I could do a single coil. Maybe. All right, well, let's see. Let's see. If I need to do 24 gauge, I can grab 24 gauge. We could do 24 gauge. But I'm really hoping to do 20 gauge because I'm going to run this on a Mac. Yeah, it should go to the outside, right? Dang. Maybe not. I don't think 20 gauge was a consideration for this RDA. But let's see if I can hook it. Hook it on here. Yeah, okay. 20 gauge ain't going to work. In fact, nothing's going to work on this because 24 gauge will have to work. 20 gauge is too big. 20 gauge is far, far too thick of a wire to get caught underneath these little grub screws. It's just not going to work. Damn the man. And it's also because these grub screws are a little bit like chamfered, like beveled on the bottom, so they just kind of spit the wire out unless you can really wrap it around there. So, buttons. All right. Well, I'm going to save this little bit of wire for someday when I need some 20 gauge. And now, let's move on to some 24 gauge, because that will be much better. If I had like 22 gauge, that might be the king. 22 gauge would be ideal. But we'll go with 24. I got some, what do they call this? Nia chrome? Is it Nia chrome wire? Is that how it's pronounced? Nia chrome. With this RDA, I have to really wrap that wire around the screw in like a really severe way. So let's try to build another coil real quickly. How's everybody doing? Good? You good? Anybody thirsty? You need something to drink? You need to hydrate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we'll do another 7 wrap. Make sure the leads are headed in the right direction. Great. Yep. 9 and 3 or 9 and noon, whatever that is. It's the best way to do it, I think. Now, this. Man, this is going to be the struggle of the fucking century. Okay. I'm going to leave this on my tool. I'm going to leave it in the juice well. And then we're going to try to bend this as best we can. See if it'll actually lock under that screw or if it'll just spit it out, which it looks like it's just going to fucking spit it out. Damn. I mean, damn. Aha! Yes! All right, all right. So it's not a completely lost cause. We got a coil. It's locked on the bottom. Beautiful. And by beautiful, I mean just terrible. Okay, so I'm going to cut this too right now. I gave the positive lead a full-on, gave that positive lead a full-on full wrap around the center. See what's going on there? It's like full wrap around the center post, just so when I screw that down, it sandwiches it. But that lead got caught under there. Do you see how they're kind of beveled and weird? They're kind of beveled and weird. You know? I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it wrong. Thank you. I appreciate that. Vote of confidence there, Ezra. Troublemaker. Used to wrap a dual continuous coil on this deck. It's just easier that way. Oh, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Off to bed, Swamp Thing? Hey, appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming out. Let's try it. Let's just try to install the second coil. I wish I had that Tribal Buddha information before, although that actually seems harder. Here's the thing. Tribal Buddha has more coil building skills than I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. Nope. I made it a stovetop. Started going stovetop on me. Hate that. Nope. This is the 20 gauge. Ah, shit. I need more 24 gauge. Just like all my old build tutorials, I'm like, pull off about a foot of wire, and then I proceed to pull off like 7 feet of wire. You know, more seatbelt. More seatbelt, I guess. Can anybody fact check when this RDA came out? 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5, a 6, and there's a 7 wrap. Boosh. Ow! I speared myself with wire. I'm bleeding. That's blood, baby. Look at this. Focus. Ouch. Elliot. Ouch. Okay. All right. This one's going to be the tough one. This one's going to be the tough install. going to cut this closer just to stay out of my way. Get out of my way. This is a silly RDA. But not unconquerable. Not unconquerable. Hell yes. Hell yes. Now the hard part, I'm bleeding everywhere. Now the hard part is going to be screwing down. Damn, that's smarts. You ever just been stabbed by 24 gauge wire right into the tip of your thumb? It's not awesome. It's less than impressive. I think I'm going to finger tighten this until I can't finger tighten it anymore, which is literally right there. And then I have some pinchy tools. It's not a cutter, but it is a sort of a, pinchy tool. What do you want me to do? I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what these are called. I call it a pinchy tool. Pliers, I guess. Pliers. And then I'm going to tighten this the rest of the way down. As tight as I can. Hey, that's pretty fucking tight. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I just keep licking my blood off my hand. I don't know if that's grossing anybody out. It shouldn't. Because it's your own bodily fluids, and that's, it's whatever. It's where your blood goes, is in your body, so I don't get it. I don't think the top is tight enough, and I think I might have wrapped that one screw around there, or that one wire around there a little too much, but I'm really cranking that down. Holy shit. This is like a 10 out of 10 install, you guys. Red, how you doing, Reds Rippers? This is basically a 10 out of 10 install. Besides the blood. I'm going to wipe the blood off the coils. I'll get the blood off the coils. Blood on the coils. Blood on the coils? Yeah, there's blood on the coils. Hang on. If it's grossing you out, I'm just going to vape my own blood. What, you don't vape your own blood? What? Quick question. If you're not vaping your own blood, how do you expect the Dark Lord to listen to your prayers? That's crazy. That's part of the rules, I think, is vaping your own blood. Okay, it's wiped off. There's no more blood on the coils. But I crank that middle nut down as far as I can. I feel like those wires are sufficiently sandwiched. Ooh, there's some more blood on the coils. That lead's captured. Those leads are captured. That looks captured to me. That looks very captured to me. You're saying my mouth is dirtier than the wound? Yeah. 9.99 out of 10. Microwave oven, thank you. Yeah, it's okay. We're going to vape some blood. It's okay. Listen, I listen to Guar. I'm not going to be freaked out by a little bit of blood. Get real. Get with the program, Bohab. All right, let's see what we got here. 0.14. That should be good for a Mac. Let's see what that resistance ends up at. Turn this wattage down. I'm building on the Boxer Classic. I had to go back to my Boxer Classic for building because My guar box from Def Mods is dead. It's just dead into the ground. It won't charge. It won't do anything. So that bums me out, you know. Both Def Mods died in about 2 years. That's how long I got to vape those. I got them in 2020. Let's see if we can, it should be just, you know, round wire nichrome coils are going to glow fairly evenly, fairly quickly. Beautiful, Clark. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Now, the hard part. Wicking. How the hell do you wick vertical coils? Very carefully. Glowing beautifully. Glowing beautifully. If I don't say so myself, I'll give you photographic evidence. Yeah. Look at that glow. Oh, perfect. Oh my gosh, perfect. Do you ever just love round wire builds? I miss round wire builds. Why don't we do round wire builds anymore? Everyone has to vape Claptons. Everyone has to vape Allens. What are you vaping? Allens? No, I'm just vaping round wire. Get out of here. I don't like you. Allens. Just vape Allens. Team round wire. So this part should be the difficult part. Wicking vertical coils. What the hell, man? The easiest way to do this is with tiny little sharp tweezers. So I can grab the bottom. Let me guess. Tribal Buddha, you did the like one piece of cotton for both coils too. Like you did a sleeper build and a sleeper cotton. That was actually much easier to wick than I thought it was going to be. Oh God, can't find the end. Oh no! Where did my other cotton go? Did I just clip off a piece of cotton and then just throw it away? Wow, I am really all about wasting cotton, aren't I? That was crazy. I think I just cut off a piece of cotton and then just threw it directly away. That was weird. What are you going to do? Okay. Okay. We've got something that looks like cotton happening right here. I'm going to try to show you in not so many words. Yeah, getting here with some sharp tweezers. I pull the cotton out of the deck. I can grab it with the back of the tweezers and I can feed it through like this. And then we cut off this excess. Yeah? And then we just tuck it back down. Tuck you back down. And then boosh. Look at that. That is something else. This is like dual vertical coils, wicked and everything. I can't believe we did it. I can't believe I did that. Ern's Shedface 9000. Here's my challenge, Ern. Build an origin while you're Shedface 9000. Reverse cotton, leave the inside of the coil empty. That is something I've never done. Is that something you've done on the reg? Burzworkazordzids? I'm sorry, I can't read your name and I just said something probably offensive. Biz? Hey, Biz. Is that something that you do often? I tried to do that on my K-Fun back in the day, but never was able to get it to like work right. Just never worked well. Just never worked well. Let's throw. This seems too cooler. Let's throw some luscious in here. We haven't vaped the banana butterscotch custard from Luscious in a while. I used to try to do the reverse in my K-Funds, but it never really worked. This should work. This should work well. It almost looks vapeable, doesn't it, Coleman? It almost looks vapeable. It's going to be vapeable. You'll see. This is actually, you know, a pretty slick RDA. It's not, it's pretty slick. The way that they did it, pretty slick. I don't love the center post with both your leads on there, but it's fine. Honestly, my biggest issue with this is just the fact that it's vertical coils. I can't stand vertical coils. And I don't know, do they vape differently? Who knows? Is it a personal thing? Yeah, it's definitely a personal thing. Let's see. That's vaping, mother trucker. That's vaping. Now, not only is there a deck, there's a double like top cap for this. So, all right, that's a little bit too tall. Are you better? That's a little bit too low. All right. What about you and you combined? Oh, that's almost perfect. Still a little too tall. But there's a double top cap situation here. You see this? Small, medium, large. 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 It's set up for dual coils or single coils. So I'm going to line up this hole and this hole, the two large holes. Boom. So those holes should be lined up. And now I just have to line up these exterior holes. Let me make sure I got the right holes here. This is always fucking... Okay, yeah, that hole, that hole. Then this is going to go on to that hole. Right there. That hole, that hole. A cloud chasing RDA, this is not. It does not have lots of airflow. All I see when I look down there is cotton. Cotton. What drip tip's going to fit on here? Maybe a DHD? No. That looks dumb, actually. Oops, nope, wrong one, sorry. This one, nope, sorry, wrong one. This one. I need a 510 drip tip because once upon a time, everything was 510 and slender, like really narrow. Can I put an Oleg on there? Oh, okay. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Is that what we're going to do? I think that's what we're going to do. Oh, shit. All right, there we go. Bam. That's what we're going to do, mother truckers. But not only that. Not only that. Shit. I'm going to unscrew this. It's going on a mechanical mod, which is right here. Shit, there's battery rattle. Okay, so this is the mech mod that it's going on. Would you look at this beautiful pinky switch Vapor Giant 18650? What an old school design. That pinky, they used to call these pinky switches because I guess you'd hit it with your pinky. I never did. I always hit it with my index finger or my middle finger. But Keymaker, dude, you should see these sick round wire coils I just built, bro. So cool. Now this top cap on the Vapor Giant has the threaded that you have to unthread a little bit and then screw it down. Nope, still rattling a little bit. Okay. No. You can't. No, you can't. You never vape ginger oils. You can't vape ginger oils. Ginger oils have one very specific function, and that is for conditioning wire only. You soak your wire in ginger oils. So every time I just have to thread this out just a little bit, screw it back down, check for battery rattle. Perfect. No more battery rattle. Now, the Origin dripper can go on. Boosh 9000, are you going to vape? Holy shit, it's working. All right. That's busting. I don't care what anybody says. That is a sick-ass retro vape. The Vapor Giant 18650 with the Origin. Both of these are from 2015. I think both of these are from 2015. I know for sure the Origin is from 2015. In fact, the Origin might be a late 2014. I think the first ECC that I ever went to was in the summer-ish of 2014, and I think the Origins existed then because I had an RDA back then. I don't remember what I was vaping on then. Probably the Patriot. Remember the Patriot RDA? So, here we go. We got a 0.15 Origin vertical coils Vapor Giant. Boosh, let's go. Super restriction. Hella restriction. It's a little robot dickish, you know, and I get why people used to say, oh, he's sucking on a robot dick. It looks a little robot dickish. You know, that's like a bender cock, and that's fine. I don't care. I'll still put it in my mouth. Super restriction. Super restriction. Dude. Okay, maybe this Luscious is just really good e-liquid, but that vape seemed really hyper flavorful. Remove my drip tip to vape literally every single time. This is a 1.5 and I'm not getting hot button. Tribal Buddha says late 2013 when the Origin was released. That very well could be. I'm just trying to think of like the first ECC that I went to in 2014 was like the most eye-opening experience that I had ever had. I think I've told this story way too many times. Way too many times. It's vaping and the flavor is good. Oh, I guess the button's getting a little warm now. Yeah, the button's getting a little warm now. Yeah, I'd rather suck a robot dick than dig my own grave. Well said, Mallory Gates. I'm getting a slight bit of hot button, slight bit of warm button. I think it's because the resistance is too low. And these types of buttons were also a little bit conducive to like arcing. You know, there was a thread on the bottom, threads on the top, threads on the bottom, and it's a flat plunger. I'm not sure you can see this. It's a flat plunger. Flat plunger. Boop, boop, boop. Hitting a very round contact. So you're not getting a lot of surface on surface. You're getting the very center of that flat button hitting a round, hitting a cylinder. So you're not getting like full hard hitting mech status. It's not making a super great contact. Yeah, arcing. Pomo, that's what I was looking for there. That's what I was looking for there. Still vaping great though. Honestly, this is vaping almost as good as anything else on my desk. Sure, it's not going to hold up to a P&P coil hit. Okay. Maybe not just as good as anything on my desk, but for a setup from 2015, 2014, and now I'm told 2013, this is vaping stellar. I really like this Vapor Giant mech. I haven't rocked an 18650 mech in a while, and just the hand feel of it is real nice. The button on it is real nice. Let me re-drip a little bit here. The Origin, you know, if you can track one down, it's a piece of vape history. Little vertical coils, round wire vertical coils. You can't go bigger than 24 gauge. You got really restricted airflow. You have single coil airflow. Flavor for days. Honestly, flavor for days. I can't believe this is vaping this good. I'm going to keep this around. That's busting. That is busting. Hi, Pam. I will check my Discord messages, Pam. I hope you're doing well, Pam. I like seeing your face here. Hope you're doing well. All right. Or this is a success. This has been a great vlog so far. This is a really successful retro vape. I don't think we've had this successful of a retro vape, like this satisfied by something so old before. Yeah, this is like peak 2014 vaping. Awesome. I can't believe how impressed I am with this. One last look. It's the Origin on the Vapor Giant with a big dorky Oleg drip tip. It's a robot dick. I don't care. I'll blow robot dick all day rather than digging my own grave, as Mallory Gates said. That's a good one. The clutch mech mod is hands down the safest mod anywhere. No containment, no explosion, tube mods or pipe bombs. No, that's just, no. Now you're just scaring people away from mechs. Tube mechs aren't pipe bombs. Tube mechs generally have venting in them. A, and two, it takes effort to hard short a tube mech. Takes effort. You have to want to do it. Or you have to be so careless, like so crazy careless like I was, that you vent it. In my 14 years, and again, anecdotal, completely anecdotal, in my 14 years of vaping, I've vented 3 batteries in my life. One of them was on this stream. The other one was when I was living in San Diego and I didn't know what to do, so I threw it in the bathtub, and it didn't explode. It just got really, really, really hot and melted the plastic. No noxious gases or anything came out of it. And then way, way back in the day, let's say 2009, we had these CR2 batteries that were like stubby little batteries, and we used to stack them because you could get 6 volts out of this tiny little tube. So we were all stacking CR2 batteries, and I vented 2 CR2 batteries as well. Did not explode. Did not vent any gases. All my battery venting situations have been the exact same. The battery gets really, 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 really uncomfortably warm, and the only concern is get it out of the device. That's it. That's all you ever have to do if you're in a runaway battery situation, is get it the hell out of the device. It'll stop the exothermic process from happening. People, yeah, exactly. People turn mech mods into pipe bombs. The only mech that I have ever seen explode, and it didn't explode, it just rocketed the top of it off like a gun. It was crazy. Was at ECC at the TVL booth. It was so loud that I thought a glass display cabinet had like fallen over or something, but someone hard shorted an 18650 mech mod, and it popped. It vented through the vent holes, and it just completely popped the threading out of the top. Just poof, like all that pressure built up, it just shot off. Nobody was injured. Nobody was hurt. It was just really loud. So you can carelessly completely ruin a tube mech, but you can also completely carelessly ruin anything that you own, including like your car, your Switch, or, you know, anything. Just have to be careful. In all situations, the human is always the safety. I'm the safety when I'm driving my car. I rely on me to be safe. When I'm building for a mech, I rely on me to know what I'm doing and to make sure things are being done safely. It's not any more inherent danger, I don't think, in my opinion. You know, I like Jell-O. Who doesn't like Jell-O? What are you, crazy? Everybody likes Jell-O. Everybody loves Jell-O. Noisy cricket vented on you, Deb? Did a noisy cricket vent on you? Never vented a noisy cricket. Never vented anything. Yeah. There's a few things. There's a few things that can happen. Here's a quick mech safety course. If you're building a mech, let me grab this. And you press the button and nothing happens, stop immediately what you're doing. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. If you press the button and nothing happens, something's wrong. Don't keep pressing the button. That's your first sign. If it fires, you're good. That's it. That's the safety lesson. If you ever feel warmth, stop what you're doing immediately. If it doesn't ever fire, stop what you're doing immediately. But you would have to really hard short a battery. Like you'd have to ruin your 510 connection on your atomizer. You know, you'd have to go out of your way. You'd have to go out of your way to vent a battery. Good mech discussion though. And listen, there we go. There we go. The most important safety device is between your ears. Rocco, I couldn't have said it better. Could not have said it better. Every now and then I get a bad contact and I get ohms too low and I have to twist the tank a bit. That scenario scares me on a mech. I mean, you'd have to really stress a battery out to vent it from too low of a resistance. The worst thing that's going to happen, you know, this was a big, like everybody was scaremongering this in like 2016, 2015 about running too low of a resistance on your mechs. Oh, I don't even know I'm running low resistance on your mechs. You can. It's fine. You're just going to hurt your battery. You're going to ruin it. You're going to ruin your battery before you do anything else. You're going to just shorten the life of your battery. You're basically going to ruin your battery. That's it. That's it. Can build low. It's going to take a lot. Look, and nobody do this, okay? Nobody take my advice. Just nobody take my advice. You can run a really low build on a really shitty battery and possibly get like a thermal runaway, but I really, really don't think that's a very realistic thing. You'll feel the battery getting hot. You'll feel your switch getting hot before anything can really go sideways. And if you feel your switch getting hot and you feel your mech mod getting hot and you feel your battery getting hot, don't keep using it. Like, stop. That's the big thing with a mech mod. Just stop. Something's weird, stop. Stop what you're doing. Anyway, Ohm's law is your best friend. Yeah. It does take a lot to hard short a battery, but people are stupid, so I won't put it past anybody. But, you know, yeah, fuck yeah. Build a 0.07. I've run 0.07s on parallels. I've run parallel. I'm not a lawyer or a doctor or anything. Please don't take my advice. But we have to do the last act of the vlog, and that is to randomly, I'm going to use air quotes here, randomly taste a liquid. And where did my third liquid go? Here it is. No. I'm so confused. I had 3 bottles of liquid sitting here, like literally the whole stream. And somewhere in the stream, I grabbed it and put it somewhere. It's not in here? All right. Okay. Well, that sucks. I had a liquid set aside. Did I throw it away? I mean, what am I doing here? There's only so much room on my desk. Did I put it in here? And to tell you the truth, I don't even know what liquid it was. I don't remember. This is going to bother me all night. This is going to bother me for the rest of my life, I think. Oh, here it is. Here it is. That's right. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to end this poll. Hey, the poll ended. The poll ended. So now we can do a new poll for the very random liquid tasting. Last act of the vlog. I really appreciate you guys hanging out this whole time. Fuck, I love Thursdays. Don't you love Thursdays? Random liquid tasting. Okay, so. Oh, no, it's called. And then we have. Oh, I have to pee really bad. I think it's a banana. And then, oh my God, I have to pee so bad. Oh my God, I have to pee so bad. Okay, vote. Vote right now, please, while I go to the restroom. Here's what you're voting on. Inklords, Grappy, Mystic. Inklords, Grappy, Mystic. Inklords, Grappy, Mystic. Sorry. Vote. Vote, 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 vote.
I bet you GrimmGreen didn't wash his hands.
I did wash my hands, okay? I did. Of course I did. I absolutely did. Okay, so the Mystic Elixir. Mystic Elixir's winning! Grappy is never gonna win, is it? Just be honest with me. Can you guys tell me right now if Grappy is ever going to win? Because if not, I'm just gonna vape it on my own time. I'm just gonna vape it on my own time. If Grappy has no chance, like if Grappy really has no chance of winning, just tell me. Just tell me. We're gonna be vaping this tonight out of the fucking Oxford Abita, though, just so you know. Oh, whoops. We're still talking about ginger oils, Kent? I can't believe Mystic Elixirs. Oh, it's close. It's close. So the Ink Lords, it's called Snow Nana. Snow Nana from Ink Lords. We got MK Brewers, Grappy, and we got Mystic Elixirs. We might finally taste a liquid from Switzerland.
Wash your hands, GrimmGreen.
I did. I promise. I always wash my hands. I used to be a little kid and I used to hate washing my hands. Like, I don't know, did any other little kids do that? I'd like poo or pee and then I'd go to the sink and like turn on the water and like, you know, jiggle the soap dispenser around. Oh, I'm just washing my hands in here. Shh. Dunk. Turn it off. Or maybe turn it on and like get your hand wet and then turn it off and then just dry it off. Kills me when people don't wash their hands. Just wash your hands. Your hands are dirty. I kind of want to know what Eagle tastes like too. assuming that bald eagle tastes a little bit like spotted owl. That's, I mean, logic dictates that all the endangered animals taste the same. All right, well, let me get a nicotine. Let me get some nicotine here. I think this is gonna win. Mystic just looks so fancy. Yeah. Okay. 143 votes. I'm gonna let this get to 150 votes, and then I'm gonna just start comparing. I'm gonna start doing the Mystic Elixir. I think that's just gonna win. I am really excited to finally be tasting these. Oh, this is an interesting top. Oh my. Well, would you look at that? They just make a flip top so you can pour your nicotine right in there. No tools needed or anything. Yeah, it's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Is the tango too loud? Is the tango too loud? Is it too loud? Is that too loud? Just kidding. Let's turn it down. All right, I'm going to call it 144 votes. Mystic Elixir is winning with 44%. Birthdays! Oh, birthdays. I even had it written down in here. All right, nuts to this. Here's what we're going to do. Let's, I'm going to pour some nicotines in here, and then we're going to sing happy birthdays. Then we're going to sing happy birthdays, because there's birthdays that are happening. Mallory Gates, is it your birthday? Is it really? Oops, that's the wrong tool. Birthdays, good call. Listen, I don't think I can pour these in here like my other liquids. Oh, yeah, I can. All right. Birthdays. I must be slipping in my old age. I took a selfie of myself the other day. I don't recommend doing that. Don't take a selfie of yourself. It just makes you feel old. I saw all my gray hair and my lines across my face, like from smiling, you know? Man, it's weird. Oh, she was just reminding me, it's not your birthday? David. It's your birthday on the 24th? All right. I need to check. I can't believe I skipped birthdays. Again, I must be slipping in my old age. That's the only thing I can blame this on. That's it. Damn, these Swiss flippy top lids. That's something else, you know? That's something else. Woo! All right, while I'm shaking this up, I'm going to swipe over here to the Patreon, and I'm going to see if there's any cool kids' birthdays. And there should be, right? Nope. We got no cool kids' birthdays. We got no cool kids' birthdays till August. Do we have any birthdays tonight? Are there any birthdays? You have lines, but they're from frowning. Sick boy. Yeah, maybe I'm a smiler. Your birthday? Aaron Burkle? Aaron Burkle. I did also have a birthday that I was saving on my desktop. And it was this one. Birthday this week. This is Barry. So I'm going to say Barry. I know your name is Barry. Barry's been one of my longest subscribers, longest supporters. Him and I have been, I've known Barry since 2009, you know. He's one of my oldest subscribers. Oldest subscribers. He says, #replay crew. Love listening, watching the vid, doing my weekly cleaning, re-wicking, DIY juice mixing. Been replay crew since 2009. Oh yeah, please sing happy birthday, skip around the room. July 27th, I hit 72 years young. This is for Barry. This is for Barry who's turning 72. All right, so we got some birthdays, including my main man, Barry. Appreciate you, Barry. Happy 72nd birthday. Birthday this week. Yeah, I think that was the only birthday. Okay. Bradley Collins. You just say names. I'll just write them down and sing them happy birthday. Bradley Keegan, you're telling me it's Bradley Collins' birthday? Next Thursday is Dr. Von Braun? Dr. Von Braun? Dr. Von Braun. Calling my... old. I didn't mean old like, you know. I meant, longest term. Long-term, Douglas. Long-term subscribers. Long-term supporters, you know. Yeah. Barry is a G. Yeah, Barry is super OG, double OG. He's the top G. I love Barry. Barry. I'm embracing the gray. Bring it on. Someday it will be all silver pouring down out of my Speedo. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm embracing it too. I want my whole mustache to be gray. I have a few little grays over here, but I think that's going to look rockin' ass if I can get a full gray stash going. You know, I want that aging James Hetfield look. It is not Michelle Lynn's birthday. There's not a chance that that's real, Sewer Rug. There's not a chance. I already know that you're just messing with me. I can tell. I can tell from looking. I can tell from the font. I can tell from the font. Okay. All right. So for anyone curious, this is actually apple kiwi. Apple kiwi. Hang on. I had some pertinent information about this e-liquid. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Wow, my e-juice has come to you. Labeled, of course, only in German. Mystic Chimonide, cherry melon lemonade with a light freshness, Mystic Elixir, apple, sour notes of pomegranate, and kiwi with a light freshness. We Swiss producers are known for their light sweetness, and I hope you will like the liquids. Swiss Hellfish, yes. I'm looking forward to this Swiss Hellfish. I'm stoked that I got to go visit the Smoke and Vape shop in Switzerland. It was awesome. Smells good. This is going straight into an RTA. Just so we're all aware. Straight into an RTA. In fact, I need to disassemble this RTA right now because just built it. Just built it and wicked it. It's the Oxfa Arbiter. You guys know about this? Did you guys hear about this RTA? Oxfa Arbiter? Huh? You heard about that? Oxfa Arbiter? Yeah, it's good. I think this came courtesy of Gunny. But Oxfa. Where's my chimney? We're just going all in. We're just going to fill an RTA with it, you know? Fill up the RTA. And we're putting this on a brand new Matterhorn with silver contacts. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. Firing. Let's fill this up. Boom, Oxfa Arbiter. Boom. I hope this is good. You gotta have faith. All right, here we go. Mystic Elixir. This is the apple kiwi pomegranate sourness. You know what? I don't know why. I don't know why I decided to do this out of an RTA tonight. I just like this RTA. I recently cleaned it all out, so I went by the sink and I was like, oh, the Abita is clean. I'm just going to grab that, do it for the liquid tasting, just because RTAs. I've been on a little bit of an RTA kick that was kind of kicked off by the Abita. It's like the Abita, and then I got the Blaze, and then I got the Osiris, and I've just been into RTAs lately. Look at this. Look how cool. Look at that new Matterhorn with a Oxfa Abita on top. Cheers. Let's have an inaugural toot. I didn't even knuckle this. 7:45. I didn't even knuckle this. Okay, whoa. Lots going on there. Let's have an inaugural toot. Okay. I'm gonna mute my microphone and just vape this for a little bit. Give me like one to 2 minutes. I'm gonna mute my microphone so you can't hear anything. RTA! Okay. All right, Mystic Elixirs. He was really spot on with that assessment. It's a very light, sort of really light, refreshing flavor. It's not really super densely saturated with like, it feels like it's, this isn't like 20% super sweet or anything like that. It's a very nice, crispy green apple, kiwi, sour flavor. There's like this hint of sourness in it, almost like a sour beer. It's just very lightly sweetened. It's very approachable. I feel like my first toot, I'm not going to lie, was weird. I just didn't know. It's like your first toot of any liquid, I guess, is a little bit weird unless it completely like blows you away. This just felt a little bit weird. I'm like, what am I tasting? It's definitely green apple, kiwi, and then there's like a little bit of like a sour note component to it. Yeah, it's really refreshing. There's a little bit of culotta in there. If I vape it a ton, I can still feel the culotta in my mouth hole. It still has a little bit of like a cooling sensation to it. So the Matterhorn's hitting nice and hard, hitting like a truckload of dildos. I feel like this could be, it feels, honestly, and I'm not meaning this as like a dig at Mystic Elixirs or Switzerland or the person that made this liquid. It tastes like a little bit underflavored, just a hair. But that translates into something I feel like I could vape for a really long time. Like a really, really long time. All day, maybe for months, maybe even longer than that. Did someone say DJ Mattress? I thought, is that coming back? Are we doing that again? Are we doing DJ Mattress again? DJ Mattress! California King. Pillow top. It's apple kiwi sour. It's apple kiwi sour, and the flavor level is like 60% of what would normally be in like a really like sweetened American or Indonesian style liquid. This is really light, really nice and fresh, flavorful. It's like crispy, vibrant, nice. I guess this is all coming down to nice. It does sound very Swiss. It's very elegant. It feels like a very elegant liquid that I'm vaping. Elegant is what people use to describe things that they have no idea what it tastes like. Just that's a life pro tip. Life pro tip for you. If you hear someone describe something as elegant, like it tastes elegant, you go, you don't know what that tastes like, do you? Because they don't. I mean, things can be elegant, but it's too like nondescript of a descriptor. Yeah, it's really soft, really elegant, really green apple kiwi sour. Green apple kiwi sour, lightly sweetened, lightly mentholated, probably like 0.5% of culotta. It's just very slightly cooling. Very slightly cooling. Delicate. Holy cow. Breeze Tones, you're the subject matter expert on flavors. It's delicate. It's a very delicate flavor. Super delicate flavor. All right, let's keep vaping this. Let's sing happy birthday real quick. I need to sing some happy birthday to some people out there. Is it DJ Mattress? Okay, I'm just kidding. Let's sing happy birthday to the birthday people. Happy birthday to you, birthday people. We got David Nance. We got Aaron Burkle. We got Barry. We got Bradley. We got Dr. Von Braun. Happy birthday to you guys. Everybody sing. If you don't sing, I know. Happy birthday to you guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David. Also Aaron. Also Barry. Also Bradley. Also Dr. Von Braun. Happy birthday to you. Skip around the room, skip around the room, skip around the room, skip around the room. Hey, David, skip around the room. Hey, Aaron, skip around the room. Yeah. Hey, Barry, skip around the room. Also, Bradley, skip around the room. And Dr. Von Braun, skip around the mother trucking room. Happy freaking birthday, you guys. Happy birthday. I hope you had a good one, have a good one, are currently having a good one. Love it. Happy birthday. May you grow wiser every year that passes and more beautiful every day. That's my wish. That's my wish for you. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to keep vaping this Mystic Elixir. We're going to check in on some super chats real quick. Nope. Too long. We're already running long. It's almost 8. It's almost 8 p.m. Okay. It's almost 8 p.m., and that's fine. We're going to end this with some mother trucking super chats. Let's see. Where did I even leave off? That's right. Dr. Von Braun. Damn it, who put a question mark on the teleprompter? How many times do we have to go over this? Anchorman. What a fucking classic movie. What a classically amazing movie. In fact, fun fact about Anchorman, I'm gonna toss her. I'm gonna just try to drop some names and get some street cred here. I'm friends. Listen to this. I'm friends with the guy that played the Ron Burgundy jazz flute. Like that actually recorded the Ron Burgundy jazz flute? Yeah, I know him. We're buds. We've watched movies together. He's been at my house. We're friends. And he's a hell of a cool guy and a monster flute player. Monster flute player. He did it. He recorded the Ron Burgundy jazz flute. His name is Katis. He's a hell of a flute player. Just a monster. He plays in LA very frequently. We go and see him. Stephen Lane, that's very gracious of you. Date night with the wife, watching GrimmGreen, grateful for the abundance. Yes. Oh, I'm glad you're sticking in there with grateful for the abundance. That's such an important thing, like to keep just your mindset healthy. Just be grateful for the abundance. When you notice you have an abundance, just be grateful for it. Stephen, date night. I love it. Hope you guys are having a GrimmGreen and chill, right? A little bit of a GrimmGreen and chill. That's what I heard. New Wave Dave. My cat said his number one girl has the best chug muscles he's ever felt. Yeah. His number one girl, his number one feline. That's great. You know, chug muscles. It's more than just for chugging. You know? It's more for than just chugging water, I should say. Dee, damn it. Good point on the puritanical punishment. Never thought it about that way, but totally agree. It once you come to that conclusion, once you realize that puritanicalness of it, it's all I can see. It's all I can see. When I see like Truth Initiative, I'm thinking, would you rather people smoke cigarettes or vape? Because the default is cigarettes. The default is cigarettes. It's puritanical to go, yes, you should quit cigarettes because they're bad for your health, and you should quit nicotine too because it's addictive. Is it addictive or is it more dependent forming? All will be revealed in a future nicotine video. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. They don't like us enjoying quitting. That's blatantly obvious. Ashes. Hey, Nick, thank you for the vlogs. I'm in a very bad place today. Your vlogs make me feel less alone. Yo-yo to you and the cool kids. Oh, Ashes. I'm sorry to hear that you're in a bad place. I hope I could have improved your mood a little bit. You know, we're doing hangs. Come out and hangs. You know, it's hard to feel alone when you're with the yo-yos, you know? SVK Vapes. So when does the Play-Doh mod come out asking for a friend? Hey, listen, I've recently rediscovered Play-Doh. Yesterday, actually, I was at the grocery store and I was buying some snacks and chips and whatever. Saw Play-Doh and I just went, huh. When was the last time you ever played with Play-Doh? Because if it's been too long, you need to get it out again. Get out some Play-Doh. It's fun as hell, and it's a good little fidget toy, which I'm going to keep using literally right now. Hey, SV Capes, love you, bro. Slater, hey, love you. Looks like you got my Red Empire by mistake. Oh, I do. Okay, is that what happened? I wasn't sure. I was like, whoa, did I get Slater's Red Empire by mistake? I do have your address, so it will be forwarded accordingly, except not really because you have to win it, you know? Those are the rules. Tom Lyford, so gracious of you. I wasn't born with enough middle fingers for the World Health Organization. I love you guys. Thanks for being a badass, Nick. Yo. Tom, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a badass. And yeah, I don't think any of us were born with enough middle fingers for the World Health Organization. It is crazy to watch the largest health org body on the planet. Millions of people, 8 million people die worldwide every year from smoking cigarettes, and World Health Organization is very well aware of this. And they just say things like, nope, harm reduction is a trap by Big Tobacco. Vaping isn't any better for you. In fact, there's unique harms to vaping. How do they sleep at night? How do you look at someone who's smoking cigarettes? How do you look at someone who's dying in the hospital of COPD and say, well, there was a product that could have helped you quit smoking, but the kids liked it too. So you just get to lay here and fucking die. Thanks, World Health Organization. Appreciate that. Awesome. Always looking out for global health. Stand up people there at the World Health Organization. Tribal Buddha says not to burst your bubble, but you would need super strength. Also, for the fire hose thing, takes more than one person to hold a full pressure fire hose. Okay. I mean, maybe you're right about that, but maybe that's part of the superpower. It's like when you get it, then you also have the ability to control it. Or not. Maybe every time you open your eyes, it just goes off like a fire hose and just whips your head like right into the ground. You die. Your first time you open your eyes, water shoots out. You just hit your head. Brains are everywhere. Oh, that sucks. You're right. You would need super hose. You would need super strength for the fire hose thing. I still stand by that would be a cool superpower. Veggie Shiba. Hey, Grim, how you doing? Are there any mech mods that you want but haven't found yet? And thoughts on Kennedy mechs? Kennedy mechs are some of the best mechs ever made by humans, I think. Steve, the machinist from Kennedy, is a really, really, really skilled machinist. And the mechs that he made were chef's kiss. Chef's kiss mechs. Every single one of them. The Ruby, not the Broadside, the Roundhouse, the Vindicator. So good. So good, Veggie Shiba. As far as mech mods that I want but haven't found yet, no, I mean, not really. I have an extensive collection of mechs. There hasn't been any mechs really recently that I've had like a real boner for. Yeah, I can't think of any mech mods that exist right now that I haven't found yet. Silvercraft has a new one out of the Philippines. It's looking pretty sick. I have an Atlas, but I like mech mods. So, but no, I can't think of one. And Kennedy's, as I said, also Queen Honey Bunny. Hey, I love you. Thank you for that dancing fox. I appreciate you, Queen Honey Bunny. Hope you're having a rockin' night. Sewer Rug says, what a great vlog, man. We laughed, we sang songs, we retro vaped. We even said that DJ's name for the last time. Yeah. Hella rad as always. Boosh 9000, hashtag here we go. Yeah, that DJ. Do you mean... I'm not going to do it. I won't do it, Sewer Rug. You know what? For you, buddy, I'm not going to do that right now. Next week, though, it's fair game. Jeremy M., do you still have any SuperGood number 3 Nick salt? You sent some in a boosh box, and my wife loves it. I think I have a single bottle of SuperGood number 3 Nick salt. If you want it, it's spoken for. Consider it spoken for. If I have it, I'll send it directly to you, Jeremy M. No harm, no foul. I'm glad she likes it. Butter number 3 rules. Butter number 3 rules. Sean Johnson, very gracious of you. Where did you get the Chewy picture behind you? Oh, that's this was from this. Let's take it off the wall. Look at this. There's a little Star Wars celebration. I bought this at Star Wars Celebration 2019 in Chicago. It's signed by the artist, and the artist is Alex Buchel. I'll put a link in the description for his website. And I saw this at every Star Wars Celebration. They have a gigantic art gallery compound where all sorts of artists and, they all gather and they all have their stuff on display. And you can see these crazy fantasy paintings and like stylized things. I have a few things from Star Wars Celebration on my walls. Hang on, let me hang this again. Hey, not bad. Hung it straight away the first time. I'll put a link to that artist in the description. I saw this from across the hall, like across the Star Wars Celebration, main show floor room, and I wanted it. I saw it and I was like, whoa, rainbow Chewbacca. I want that really bad. And then I didn't buy it. And then so the next day when I came back, it was the first thing I saw again. And I thought, nope, today's the day. I'm getting rainbow Chewbacca. I just want psychedelic rainbow Chewbacca. It's so fucking cool. And then I framed it. I got it matted with like that cool purple and yellow stripe. Really kind of pulls the room together. I love it. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing. Uh-oh. Am I allowed to say this? Am I allowed to say this, Lee? Lee had a super chat. DJ Mattress, California King. Pillow top. Appreciate you, Lee. Thanks for bringing that back. It wasn't going to be me, but I'm glad it was you. I'm glad it was you that did it. I had 2 saved ones that I wanted to share. Really enjoyed the build streams with Twisted Messes. He helped me build my first alien. Hell yeah. Vince, I'm glad you liked those build streams. I had a lot of fun doing those build streams, and I'm glad someone found them helpful. That was me learning how to build aliens too, basically. And then this last one, I don't know if you're still here, Av. I'm hearing too many things about vaping. I may just quit. Too many bad things about vaping. I may just quit. If you want to quit vaping, then you should, and that's up to you. That's everybody's personal decision, but don't let health orgs tell you that you should stop vaping in any capacity. Please do not do that if you're relying on American Heart to give you information about vaping, American Lung to give you information about vaping. The British Lung Association loves vaping. The British government loves vaping. The British Heart Association loves vaping. The British Cancer Research Center loves vaping. American Cancer, not so much. Don't let them boss you around. Don't let them boss you around. Remember that the default is cigarettes, and anything less harmful than that is harm reduction. Is harm reduction. Yeah, just smoke or die. Quit or die. There it is. Oh, I'm sorry. That was getting a little bit out of hand. Okay. Well, damn, you guys, that's it. We're done. It's after 8 o'clock. We've streamed for 3 hours and 41 minutes. This is a really long vlog. This is a really long, fun vlog. And I can't believe at the beginning I was saying, oh, I'm going through this too fast. I'm speed running the vlog. Back trying to quit again, Sergeant Conrad? Stick with it. Happy to see you here. Anybody in this chat is more than willing to give you any advice you ever need for anything about vaping. Stick with it. Quit again. I believe in you. Sergeant Conrad. Now, I think that's it. Let me take one quick last look around the room. Empires, Matterhorns, everywhere. Grappy, poor Grappy, never gonna get vaped. At least the Mystic Elixir got vaped tonight, and that's really what matters. That's really what counts. So I think we're done. Did I get all the super chats? Yeah, DJ Mattress, we got all the super chats. All right. Hey, I love you guys. Shit, man. Thank you for a really fun ass vlog tonight. Thank you for being down for the cause. Thank you for coming out and making Thursdays awesome. Thank you from the bottom of my vapor-filled heart. Thank you. I love Vlog Day. We're gonna, we got plenty more vlogs coming up. I don't know what else to say here at the end. Good night. I love you. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you. Yo-Yo, we're going to meet up in the Discord just as soon as I walk the dogs around the block. And yeah, that's it. Hit the like button on your way out. That would really help me out a lot. If you hit that like button, seriously would help me out a lot. Any interaction on a video really helps me out. Like if you come back and like this video, that's huge for me. Leave a comment, even better. If you shared this video, that would be astronomical for me. Astronomical. None of that is required. You're just required to be the awesome people that you are. And that's it. And I feel like you guys all do that really well, really well. So hit that like button on your way out. Remember that vaping is empirically, scientifically, an order of magnitude less harmful for your body than smoking and inhaling deadly, lethal, harm every organ in your body cigarettes. Vaping is going to change the world. Flavors are going to help it. And that's all I have to say. I've said my piece. Peace out, you guys. Big love to each other. Let's say goodbye the only way that we know how anymore, and that's with Homeboy OC just singing us off into the sunset. So I love you guys. Peace out. Be excellent to each other.
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky any time of year. Dun 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 dun. I believe.